Alright, guys. Oh, cheeks? I mean, maybe. We're raiding into the digital loot today. Let me make sure I spell that.
Kitty. Oh, come here, you. Alright. Whoa, where did all these viewers come from? What? Hopefully that's just a glitch. Anyway, yeah, today we're gonna be playing up Pentiment. Hello, Galaxy! Thank you for tuning in. I don't know where we suddenly got 20 viewers from. I think the system might be glitching out or something. But yeah, hopefully we'll just be finishing up Pentiment today. Yeah, I think the system's glitching out. It's saying I have 70 viewers. There's no way that's possible. Anyway, to Pentiment we go. How are you doing today, though, Galaxy?
Sir, a diplomatic envoy has sent their entourage.
Hello, Kalala. Thank you for the raid. It's been hasn't been very long since I messaged your chat. There we go. That's a more realistic number. Hello, raiders. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us. We're hopefully finishing up Pentiment today. Yeah, completely unexpected raid. Truly shocked, you know, if you will. So how are you all doing today? How far did you get in Inscription? I was only there for, like, the end.
Sir, a guest has arrived.
Also, thank you for the follow, Echoed In. Day's been good. Excellent, Galaxy. No school or work today, I hope?
Sir, a guest has arrived.
Thank you for the follow, Adamtude. How are you all doing today? I have all the puzzles I think I figured out. I'm trying to beat the card bosses now. Excellent. You'll know when you have the builds, I'm sure. Once you got the builds, you'll be set. Promise. Also, I think Twitch was glitching out earlier. Like, when I started my stream, randomly it said I had like 70 viewers, and I have no idea why. It scared me for a second. Oh, what happened here? Thought I had some good builds, those last two. For me, I think it was typically abusing loops, is the best way I found. Alright, what were we even doing last? I don't even remember. I think we parted like the first part of the mural, I want to say. But yeah, just keep at it. I'm sure you'll make the god build. There is one build that's just like infinitely good, but yeah. That would terrify me, but imagine if you did. Just watch out those hate raids, so if you get a bunch of followers in a short time, have your mod ready. Oh yeah, Galaxy will protect me, I'm sure. Is it the wolves? No, actually. It's a card you probably haven't seen yet if you're just starting, but it's called Ouroboros. Hello, Hembion. Thank you for tuning in and grabbing your daily stew. Yep, blah, blah, blah. Talk to Elsie up at the mill. Okay. How are you doing today, though, Hembion? Haven't seen that yet? Yeah, it's a card that, like, can infinitely scale very easily if you can get a couple copies in your deck. Thank you for grabbing your daily stew, Adamtude. Hope you rested well, Hembion. Alright. Blush Magdalene. Hello, Anna. How are you? Oh, keeping busy. There's always plenty to do around the house. How's the mural coming? Paul mentioned your progress is quite impressive. Oh, I'll have to thank him. That's high praise from a councilman. Haha, truth be told, he enjoys following your progress. You also want to steal? Well, it's in the daily... well, it's in the point redeems. It's just a daily... oh, yeah, thank you for your daily stew. For grabbing your daily stew. Yeah, I'm thinking of adding something for it. Maybe like every 10 stews, I can grant a small request or something, or I'll find something potentially, or maybe every 30 you can request a game for me to play, something like that. I don't know. I'm still thinking it up, but open to suggestions, I will say. Gonna make some food. I'm very ready for dinner. Sounds good, Kalala. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the raid. Hope you eat something good. It won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to learn about the process. Also, if you have any good horror games, feel free to drop them in chat, because next week we're going to be doing a spooky streams with some horror games. And Himbion made some amazing art that I can't wait to show off. Yes! So, yeah. Outlast could potentially be one. I'm terrified of Outlast, though. I hate body horror, but, I mean, that's the point of scary, isn't it? You're all more than welcome, but watch your step. There's plaster everywhere. I've just mixed a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. Well, I can imagine I had a similar problem when I helped my mother in the bakery. Yeah, Outlast is very... I might do like 1 in the DLC, but 2, I don't know, a little too spooky for me. Rolling dough in winter was much trouble. We had to throw out so many batches that wouldn't rise. Your discipline is admirable, Magdalene. You know, I was a real rascal back in the day. Skipped on working with my parents more times than I can count. But you're so hard working on, I can't imagine you making trouble. It's funny to consider, isn't it? I was a thief and scoundrel. Started with cakes from my mother's table, still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets that I found around the town. Ulrich's little hat once even belonged to Andreas Mailer, your father's friend. I stole it from his head. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Of course, stealing is against the Lord's commandments. You should check out Puppet Combo Games or Chill... Oh yeah, I know Chill Art Games very well. Yeah, I want whatever people recommend. So if they want the Chillos games, I'm more than happy to play the Chillos games. I have seen some people play it though, so it's honest. So it might be a bit disingenuous because it wouldn't be like a true blind playthrough. But I do think that they're really enjoyable games that I would love trying out. So my father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already and march me to church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. I guess you got tired of saying Ave Marias? That was part of it. I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such a devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. But when the trouble started in town, I realized that my thieving wasn't doing any good. I decided I'd rather honor my father and mother as God commands. He gives me grace with Andreas and Ulrich on the hard days, and with the rest of the town too. I think Ulrich would be proud. Thank you, Magdalene. That means more than you know. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mural work to do. See you later, Anna. God bless you, Magdalene. Magdalene, dear, what brings you up the hill? Want to ask you some question about your family for the mural. The Muellers, I only know a little about Lenhart's people, I'm afraid. And much of that I've heard from others. Lenhart didn't care to talk much about the past. I meant your family, the one you were born into. Your family name was Caviezel, wasn't it? Oh. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbors had forgotten us. Can I ask, how did you come to know my family name? Dad mentioned it. He said you were the last of your family. I'm not surprised your father remembers the Cavizells. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I am the last of us now. Last of us indeed. Cavizell doesn't sound like a local name. Why wouldn't it be? I am Bavarian. It is my name, so it is a Bavarian name. No one else in town has a name like that. And shouldn't you be a Cavizillan? I've always been called Cavizell, as were my sisters and mother and her mother before her. My grandfather told me the Cavizells have lived in this area for hundreds of years. Perhaps even 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long ago. Funny to think that this time that's portrayed in Pentiment is less than 1,000 years from today. Like, I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, the 1500s, so 15-something. I'm pretty sure less than 500 years from today. And their standard of life and their culture is so different from us today. Really interesting to think about. Perhaps even 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long ago. Were they pagan? Were they pagans? Yes, the original Bavarian people, here even before the Romans. My grandfather said his grandfather told him the Cavazels resettled the town after the Romans left. Built their new home right on the spot where they had been living when the Romans arrived. Interesting. Doesn't that seem unlikely to you? Oh, who can say? Why does the story need to be true? However true it may or may not be, doesn't matter, Magda. It matters that I believe it, that it connects me to my ancestors. When I think of the ancient Cavazels driven from their land only to find it again and become Christians, they feel near to me. Do you understand? I think so. It's like when my dad tells me stories about courting my mom. I don't remember her name, I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I can almost recall it. Yes, it doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favorite songs to Ulrich, I may not know all the words anymore, but that's alright. Just as I may not know exactly how the Cavazels resettled Tassings. What matters is that I feel close to her and them, even though they are so far from me now. That's what stories are for, Magda. You go on. Now go on. You've got a mural to complete. Thank you, Elsie. You've given me much to consider. God bless you, Magdalene, dear. Alright, so let's see. To the church, I guess. I think that's a church, at least. Yeah, that looks like the church. God bless you, Magdalene. And God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course, what can I help you with? Wanted to ask you about Tassing Saints. I'd like to represent them in the Rat House. I'm thrilled to hear it. The Saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. Brisky, why are you yelling at me? I just gave you lunch. No, not as a centerpiece, simply part of Tassing's history. Of course, I consider saints to be central to Tassing's history. Kearsau's, too. But you know, there's one saint you're overlooking. Let's contemplate it. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course. Mary. Oh. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint. And she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. Virgin Mary appeared in Tassing? Why? Yes, she appeared to give a message. Centuries ago, a father in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the Bishop of Freising that she had appeared. The peasant traveled down to Freising, but the bishop would not see or hear him. We'll just keep listening. Peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and to bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freising. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant, who told him of the 2 apparitions he had seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here to Tassing. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. Was the town so poor that they couldn't have built it on their own? Well, I don't know, but certainly the support of the bishop must have made it much easier. And so, the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. You're not from Tassing. How did you hear the story? Sure I'm not. The people told me when I came. And the former priest told them when they were children, and so on. The priest and the flock have shared their responsibility of passing on the story over the centuries. I wonder if it's changed at all. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you'll find the prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you in your work, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. Okay, there we go. There's a journal. Okay. So we can paint the old stuff, or... Oh yeah, Sister Gertrude, Balters, Dr. Solson, even Father Thomas. Probably Sister Gertrude, maybe? Sister Gertrude seems fairly nice to me. Let's go to the church. It's interesting to see all the characters grow up over the acts, though, I will say. Oh. I should talk to Sister Gertrude, since she was a Benedictine nun at Kiersau before the poor Clares arrived. She would be able to tell me all about the convent's history for the mural. Yeah, let's go find Sister Gertrude. Not in the shrine. Probably in the abbey, or the convent. Here she is. Sister Gertrude. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask of you. Of course, Magdalene. I'll help however I can. I have a book, the Historia Taciae, and I can't read it very well. Can you help me translate it? Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I'm sorry, Magdalene. It's alright, sister. I'll have to find another way. If there was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the Rat House mural. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I had enough gall stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I want to ask you about the history of Kiersau, actually. I like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of tassing saints as a Rat House mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew, since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matteo became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. I understand. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who's know what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life, Ah, yes, I see. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? Nope. Magdala is many things, but a nun she is not. Plus, especially considering the time period, it seems just like nun life is extremely restrictive to women. Almost oppressive even, but who knows. Of course there are some that take the vow, you know, voluntarily. Alright, so Sister Francisca can't. Sir Gertrude's out. Father Thomas is out. Dr. Stolz, maybe? Where's his house? Dr. Stolz is... Stalls. What's his last name? Stalls. Wonder if he's under D for doctor. Oh. Dr. Stolls, Dr. Stolls. Where are you? Luminata, yup. Ah, Dr. Werner Stolz, okay. Dr. Werner Stolz. Alright, so where's the Werner Stolz house? Werner, okay. So near the rear of the village. Got it. So we'll go to Central Town. North Town. Ah, here's the rat house too. There you go, Stoll's house. And here I was really hoping he'd be here. Of course I have to go find him somewhere else. Can never just be easy, can it? It's never just this easy. Oh, is that him? That looks like him. Oh, and he's drunk. Warner? Wake up, damn you. Supposed to come check on Dad today. I don't have the strength to carry him home. I have to tell someone. Maybe Baltus. They're still on friendly terms. Nazio could help. Or Big George. He's strong. He can do it. Oh, what a mess. Maybe Big George, although maybe he doesn't like him that much. Magdalene, can I help you with something? I found Dr. Stoles passed out drunk by the bakery, sleeping in a ditch. Again? For Christ's sake, it happening occasionally is fine, but the man can't hold his beer. Well, no. If you say so. Can you help him? Of course, I'll go fetch him. Thanks, Magdalene. Have you gotten him? You don't seem to have moved. How are the hinges on your doors? Fine, I guess. Maybe Indris should take a look at them. Would have asked your father, but well. Anyway, you wouldn't believe how many people in this town leave their hinges to rust. Really, George, if you want an excuse to snoop in on people's homes, just invite yourself over for supper. That's not... Council's looking after the town. Paul would like to institute a yearly check of all homes in Tassing. What do you think of the idea, George? Well, it's not a bad thing, but I don't see why we need to make it official. Everyone in Tassing helps each other, as I see it. If someone notices a house in disrepair, we all pitch in to fix it. To do anything else would be unchristian. But if Paul wants to see it through, I'm happy to go along with it. Makes me feel useful, you know? Speaking of, I'd better get back to work. Nice to chat with you, Magda. See you later, York. Yeah, Big York is good dude. Good dude. Underrated character, truly. A bit dim, but... yeah. Alright, where's our current objective? Ah, okay, so I guess we have to, oh, interesting. Didn't know we had an entire Europe map. So Tassing's right there. So it's like yeah, Bohemia, so... yeah, that makes sense. Alright, guess we'll go transition into being a nun. I don't know, I just don't feel like Magda would be a nun based on her personality, I suppose we'll say. Yeah. Alright. Nun time. Alright, Gertrude, we'll go be a nun. Yeah, let's go. Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Druckeren, the printer's daughter, yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Oh, thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Duckrin to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Alright, yes. I wonder that you've never come up to the Abbey before, Mistress Duckrin. If God is calling you to the convent, I am more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the Poor Clares? Honestly, I feel like this is more of an answer than Magda would give. She doesn't just want to be a baby oven. Magdalene, I do not encourage such a reason for joining the order. Remember, the Lord commanded man to be fruitful and multiply. However, I understand if the Lord brings you to the convent for such a reason. Some women are born barren. If you truly desire the holy life, then you are more than welcome to observe the sisters. Please come. I'm happy to tell you more of our order. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kirsau double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it is not ours to produce, and we live solely off the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come find me and we will discuss your decision to join. Finally, I thought you'd never finish. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting in the rat house. Well, I'm going to take a look around. Where are we going first? The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the loquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop, though no one uses that old shit anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. Brr, it's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Suzanne, God bless you. This ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent anyway? Snooping. Ooh, don't let me get in the way then. What an adventure. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I want to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh yes, I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters, and I don't mind the chores except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's Mauritius myself. Oh no. Who? Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francesca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Wonder if this is a different retelling of St. Maurice saving Tassing. Oh, maybe. I don't remember if the book mentioned any saints. The Latin was hard to read. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius trying to get us out. A Roman ghost could be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What did you do with this book, Sister? Oh, well. I had it with me in the kitchen one day, and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Well, that's unfortunate. I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. It's alright. That book probably would have gone unread otherwise. I'm glad you were enjoying it. Besides, that story gives me ideas for the rat house mural. Thanks for telling me about the books, Sister. I won't tell Mother Francesca. God bless you, Sister. Thanks, Magdalene. God bless you. Convent has an art studio? Cough. Workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. Looks like everything was left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason of being here. But art allows us to find beauty in life. Even Christ said the Father clothed the lilies of the field in beauty. I agree, but that's not the rule of the poor Clares. Mother Francesca considers art a temptation into hedonism. Mother Francesca doesn't let us come in here unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots, too. Do you think one of the sisters is secretly painting? Oh, Lord, no. We all live too close together in the convent for something like that to go unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. I wonder if the paintbrush thief is the same person making all those weird notes. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. True. There's old parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. Looks like scrap from a manuscript. There's some written in Latin in the margin. The Mitharium of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Mitharium, that's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Wait, this might be from the book Sister Benedicta found. I wonder why it would mention the Mitharium. I don't know, it's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. Well, note says the Mitharium was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Alright, more poking around. Oh yeah, we're in the cloister, aren't we? Convent chapel. Anno Mortis Imperius Federici Secundi Castrum Domini Cursal Igni Predeputar. This is the chapel where all gather for Mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower and the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was a Burgfried long before the structure became a monastery. The duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassing from attacks of spirit and steel for generations. There's Latin here too. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kirsau's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of our death of Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Well done, Magdalene. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. The Lady Kirsau was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here. Some record of what occurred would remain. Kirsau is unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, one male and one female, to guard the town and abbey. So the foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire? Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You were right, sister. The mural will be a great reference for the rat house. I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. Let's go bother all the other sisters, I guess. Other Sister Marguerite. Hello, Marguerite. It's Magdalene. Oh, Magdalene. God bless you. Aw, cute kitty. You don't normally come to the convent alone. What brings you here? Not that you're not welcome, of course. It's always wonderful to have visitors. I would spare some time and thought. I had some spare time and thought I would say hello. Oh, well, hello. Haha. It is good to hear your voice, though. I enjoy it when outsiders visit the convent. Do you miss the outside world much, sister? Yes, sometimes. I miss the other Benedictine sisters especially. She'd never admit it, but Sister Liesbeth had the most wonderful voice. I always stood next to her if I could. Why stay, then? Why didn't you leave when the Benedictines left Kirsau? Truth be told, I was too frightened to leave. Kirsau was my home. I didn't like the idea of becoming accustomed to a new place. Learning the convent's ins and outs was hard enough. I never went outside the convent much anyway. I know where everything is here, even if it's changed over the years. Sister Gertrude had already planned to stay too. The garden always needs tending, and 2 hands make light work. Besides, I can't leave Mausfanger behind. Of course, she truly is the Queen of Kirsau. Has the convent changed very much since the poor Clares arrived? Yes, the food is simpler and some of the prayers are different, but all the chores and gardening is the same. Gertrude misses making ink for the scriptorium, but I've enjoyed learning the sisters' new customs. Speaking of which, I should probably return to my chores. Of course, sisters. Apology for interrupting. Not at all, Magdalene. God bless you. It's the kitchen. There's not anything that interesting here. Sister Marie and Sister Yabao. I think the S is silent, right? Yabu? Sabu? Sabu? Is the Y silent? Sabu? Well, we'll call her Sabu. Take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. I know it's historical, but man, why do the names gotta be so hard? Maybe it'd be easier if I spoke another language. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it is my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. It's very noble of you. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Didn't Christ die so that we don't have to suffer unnecessarily? In the next life, yes, but even Christ said that we would face hardships while we live on this earth. I have chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me, sister. You're most welcome, child. God bless you. God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? Oh, I'm considering joining the convent. Some Mother Francisca graciously allowed me to visit with you. Alleluia. Glory and praise be to God. You've brought such joy to me this day, child. I haven't actually joined yet, sister. Do you have a strong stomach? Perhaps you can help Sister Yubao and me in the kitchens. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Yubao has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong according to the rule of St. Francis. To cause suffering to any living creature is an unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again. Not to Magdalene, please. Could it be a ghost from one of the sisters from the founding of the convent, maybe in St. Tassia? If it was, she has never said a word to me, though I fell prostrate in prayer before her. The spirit, whoever it is, rose up through the ground at vigils. Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are weakest. We may even be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. The spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. Spirit in Kirsau, why would it come to the convent, though? Breaks my heart to think that this spirit was crying out for help trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course, God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. I wonder if the ghost is like Scooby-Doo level mystery where it's just someone in disguise. Here's the Locarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors come in here, but we aren't allowed to enter. Aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is a part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes and even talk to men on occasion. And I'm stuck here staring at these walls for the rest of my life. It doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. Can't blame her. Even so, she doesn't seem to have the passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. If she hates her life here so much, maybe I should encourage her to leave. Yeah, better leave while she still has a future ahead of her. After all, there are plenty of young men in Bavaria who would make good husbands. Chimpkin jockey. It was Andreas all along. You think he died? No, we saw him burning in the tower. Do you think it's the ghost of Andreas then, or do you think he's alive or something then, Galaxy? And hey, Max, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Still, maybe some reason she chose to stay. Don't want to overstep my bounds. Do you regret your choice to become a sister? Choice? I didn't have a choice. My father promised me to the church as a baby, some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into the Poor Clares the summer I turned 17. Thanks for grabbing your daily stew, Max. Good soup indeed. Yeah, I was thinking also, Max, I'd like your input. I was thinking about potentially making a reward. Maybe like 10 soups, I'll grant a small thing, or 30 soups, I'll grant a custom request, like play a certain game for a stream. What do you think? And also, what do you think, Galaxy? Yeah, to go off your Scooby-Doo. You know... No, it has to be someone who stayed here the whole time, so they can't have died. Someone who had something with everyone. Do you think it's that, like, that sister who's, who has, like, the visions? Do you think it's the vision sister who's the ghost? I can totally see that. Could be a cool idea. Yeah. I gotta refine it better, but something to, like, make it so that it's not just seeing how many days you're here. But yeah, just making theories for now. We're theory crafting. It's just a theory. A game theory. They took you in just like that? Nobody asked what you wanted? Why should they? The poor clares rely on the offerings of others, even their children, to subsist. My family's devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. I understand I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking. I remember the days of running around town. I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they got to see something outside world before they were 20. Of course, Max. You think I would leave you all in waiting? If you could do anything else, what would it be? I would have liked to go to one of the big cities at least once. I would have been happy just to be a shopkeeper's wife. Sigh. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? Anyway, yeah, Galaxy, what do you think about the insane... Well, not insane, but the, like, Vision Sister escaping her prison cell? And, like, she's the ghost that's been haunting, because, like, she goes to sleep, and maybe it's, like, sleepwalking or something, or she's kind of just doing something, being unconscious? Possibly? I could also see it with, like, her digging her own grave, right? So, like, you know, she thinks she's already dead or something. Can see why people choose the holy life, but it's not for me, not without art. I understand you've dedicated your whole life to your work. You'd struggle to give that up now. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from the outside the Covenant. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. Family just left you here. You don't know the sisters anything. Only 2. I could see it? Excellent. So, my theories are not without merit. I do, though. The sisters have taken care of me. They love me, and I love them. Even if this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows? Maybe I'll get better in time. Maybe. I'll try to help in any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the Covenant wall to say hello. Really, that would be wonderful, so long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around the convent. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today has been more interesting than any I can remember in the Abbey. Come, let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? Should we lie about wanting to be a parent? Because I don't think Magdalene really wants to be a parent, if I'm going to be honest. I don't want to outright deny her by saying I prefer the books and printing, even if it's truthful. Yeah, we'll lie. Haven't thought about my holy duty to be a parent. Motherhood is a divine blessing, Magdalene. Be careful with your sarcasm. Yes, Mother Francisca. Truth be told, I think Otts might actually be a good match for me. He's on the town council, is he not? He is. Then perhaps you two will do well together, God only knows. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. I will pray that you find your way, Magdalene. God bless you. I didn't know he'd say it with such sarcasm, though. Guess it's hard to hide. Oh, Magdalene, how did your little expedition go? I learned a lot. I think I have a good idea of what I'll depict in the mural. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Curacao was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you find anything of help in your mural inside other than charred wood and parchment. Still might be taking a look if I'm careful. I worry about you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You're most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. You know what? Magdalene's pretty cool. Or, Sister Gertrude's pretty cool. Seems to have an understanding of, like, you know, an outside perspective. Well, I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Curacao. That illustration from the manuscript, the Mytherium, it was like the one in mine. It's part of the history of the Abbey of Tassing. It must be written down somewhere. If only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. The ruins were right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Yeah, let's go check the ruins, I guess. Let's go see how destroyed the church is. Oh, that's rough. My god, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Yeah, use those athletic skills, girl. Yeah, you go. Yeah, don't hurt yourself, Magdalene. Oh shit. Bit of a ways down, isn't it? Alright, let's see if we pass our acrobatic skill check. Roll that d20, Magdalene. Not a critical fail, but still a fail. Oh no, I can't get back up there. If I climb, it might collapse further. I'll have to find another way out. Oh, we can go to the tower. That's where all the books were kept, weren't it? Guess we can climb up the vines, maybe? There's nothing left of the old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. These vines go all the way to the top, though. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. Well, I guess there's no other way out. Alright, another dice roll for agility. That's the right stat, right? What would this be a check of? Endurance? Agility? Yeah, that's gonna fall and we're gonna die. Let's see all of Tassing from up here. Wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. Bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. Athletics? I don't play D&D, you do, so yeah, you tell me. Is this an athletics check? Are we rolling the D20? The Die of Fate. Honestly, it depends on the class, but you'd think athletics. Okay, what What are the others that it would be if it was a different class, though? Would it be like stealth for a rogue or something? Or would he just automatically pass because he's a rogue or whatever? Oh god. Remember when the library burned down? Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around, I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. Doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how are you going to get out of here? Wonder if the apprentice is still here. Those seem to have made the abbey their home. Something beautiful is still growing here. Strength or acrobatics? What, just like a barbarian using pure strength to just punch into the wall to climb up? I wonder if Andreas has a grave here since he passed. Probably not, though, I would think. Yep, more roses. I wonder if Andreas' apprentice is still hanging around, though. I think he survived, because I saw him peeking in at the end. This place is a mess. How sad. Oh, interesting. There's new murals. Oh, an old mural. It's warm, but I can see some of the figures. Dance of Death. These figures look new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. This feels wrong. Who would add a new figure to the Dance of Death and why? Oh, I get it. So that was or the leftmost one is probably the noble. The lady with the hoe is the widow who died. That's Brother Guy who's writing with blood. And then I'm guessing that's Andreas at the end. These look like people from the town from here, people who died. Yep, that must be the Baron. That's Otto. Wait, is that... Someone's here. Hello? Who are you? Oh, the mystery evolves. But yeah, who's the person with like with their face like blacked out? Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably Andreas that's there with all the books in his hand. The door. Whoever's watching me must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left of the Abbey. I want to get out of here. Yeah, me too. Is that 1 a.m. or 1 p.m.? When did it start snowing? I should get back to the rat house and get to work. Wonder who that was, though. Hiding in the shrine, maybe? But yeah, Himbion, what strength roll would you require if I was a barbarian trying to like climb up a wall, and I said I just wanted to like punch holes in it to use as like to hold me up? What level of strength do I need for that, or what do I need to roll? I see you, sister. Alright, let's get to work then. Magdalene? Dr. Stoles? So you're doing quick work with the mural, eh? I hope that doesn't make you sloppy. It's taken longer than I've wanted. I have to get all my other chores done too. Should have guessed you wouldn't be able to take care of Klaus and keep your affairs in order. Mind your own business and I'll mind mine. In any case, the council wants to hear what you're doing. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. I think just a general strength check followed with athletics, or it could just be athletics. When it concerns punching the wall with holes, like a stone wall with holes, to climb up the wall using those punchings, or the punching, I feel like you'd need at least a really high athletic score to do it. Or your DM would just tell you, hell no, you're not that strong. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the Abbey was founded, why our saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. That'd be a real high roll for sure. Nat 20, basically, probably. And? I want to show the history of how it happened. I'll paint Lady Kiersau founding the Abbey from the old Bergfried. Might rub some people in town the wrong way. The saints are a core part of Tassing's history, after all. People want to cling to all manner of stories in order to give their lives some meaning. Remember, the mural isn't for your benefit, but to make Tassing look good. Just let me do my job, Doctor. After this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how I'm going to portray the revolt. Ah, yes. I imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do not. It's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. It seems like you have your work cut out for you. Depends on the wall. Yeah, but like, oh no, a stone tower. Climbing to save the princess from the stone tower, except instead of Rapunzel letting her hair down, the knight just starts punching holes in the tower to climb up. Like a horror monster, just climbing rapidly by punching holes. 7k away from 50k? I'm sure you'll get there soon enough, Himbion. You and Galaxy both. Oh, Dr. Stoles. Yes? Have you seen someone lurking around the Abbey, or heard about it? I haven't been up to the Abbey in years, and no, I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me a few times. No, I don't know anything about it. Now, if there's nothing else... Asshole. Which Dragon Age did you say anyway? You said Dragon Age 2? The tower's older, you might be able to do it. Maybe, but honestly, if you're punching it with enough strength to make holes in it, you're probably collapsing it too. I only have the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. What was his name? Only name I can remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Essler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an Archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course, I'll need to write back to Esther too. I'll write to them tonight before bed. Right, where to begin? I'll write to the Archdeacon, Jacob Essler, and see if he can tell me about the revolt. I'll write a letter to Esther too. I hope the courier can make it through the passes before winter. Jacob Essler, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. I started with Inquisition, then made my way backwards on the games. So you think 2 is a good starting point since you finished them all? My name is Magdalene Druckrin. I am an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I believe you passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder at Kiersau Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything about that case that the people of Tassing might not remember? Do you see any evidence that might suggest there's some sort of larger conspiracy at work? Thank you for any help you can give, Magdalene Druckrin. Yeah, alright. Well, I am a man of my word, so you redeemed that 50k, and so it shall be. Especially if you aren't familiar with the combat, Inquisition is also a good starting point too. I suck at Dragon Age combat, so I just want you to know from the start, I'm going to put the game on the easiest setting, and I might turn it up a bit harder if I'm doing okay. But I'm going to struggle with the combat because I suck. I do that, no worries. Alright, sounds good. Dear sister, hope you are well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Seamond. And Elisha too, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. Wouldn't it be family are doing well? No, family is doing so well, I guess, yeah. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have unfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganized the workshop so that the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad's condition is so much worse and he's in so much pain. Dr. Stoles has been, well, he's a useless asshole. Only God knows why he's such a bitter old man, but he's neglected Dad almost entirely. It's no secret he's an utter failure of a doctor and a drunkard to boot. What a disgusting waste of a man. I worry about Dad. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much we can do alone. He's not going to make it, and there's nothing I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see the Tassing's earliest history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. Strangest thing, given me a fright a few times already. Won't judge you and try to help you, though? Sounds good. If I do like it after one full stream, and when I say full stream, it'll probably be a weekend stream, I'll give it the full 8 or so hours it probably deserves. I'll make a decision if I'm going to push through and finish it, or if, you know, this ain't for me. But, for 50,000 channel points, I will give it a damn good try. But I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. The only good news I can share at the moment is that the mural's almost finished. Should have it completed by Christmas or soon after, before the new year at least. Then perhaps at long last I shall be able to visit you and meet this Seamond. Anyway, I feel that this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost has already been late and reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm and give my regards to your family in Seamond. Yours always, Magda. Alright, sleepy time. How did this get here? Stop. This is just like the note Dad found. Are they trying to scare me? If I don't stop, are they going to try to kill me next? Need to ask Dad about this. It can't be a coincidence. But he's been so weak, I don't want to upset him. Just need to wait for the right time. Hope there is a right time. Slate, I should get some rest soon. It's a long-rush game, though. It takes 24 to 30 hours just for main quest. Yeah, I've heard. While I haven't played Dragon Age, I'm kinda aware of the length it is. I mean, it is also made by the guys who made Mass Effect, so I'm not surprised. But yeah, like I said, I will give it the old college try, as they say. Ooh, are we in December? Yeah, we're in December. Except it's D-E-Z, not D-E-C. Huh. Mr. Stuckgren, only one letter for you today. Wonder if it's Esther or the Archbishop. Pass is nigh impossible to traverse, and the heavy snows harden the horse and me. Anyway, happy Advent, my dear. Thank you. Same to you. You give a shot, I'll give Mass Effect a go. I own all the games due to a bundle sale. I mean... So here's the thing, right? I think the first Mass Effect is really good because it establishes the plot, the characters, but the combat and the gameplay flow is atrocious. Like, Mass Effect 2 fixed all those things and made the combat a lot more bearable, but you'd also be missing out on a lot if you never finished Mass Effect 1. In fact, I think you lock yourself out of a few things if you never played Mass Effect 1 is the other issue. Oh, a reply from Jacob Estler. Well, it is made by the same people, so truly shocking. Mistress Druckerin. I do recall the Rothvogel case, though it has been over a decade since I served as an archdeacon. I am no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. In fact, I am no longer associated with the Catholic Church. If you do not mind conversing with a Lutheran, I will tell you what I remember. I investigated several murders as archdeacon, but none had the curious specter of conspiracy that haunted Baron Rothvogel's. After the peasants burned Kearsau, I read a report suggesting that a conspiracy was behind the murder of town carpenter as well. It was around this time that I did some research of my own into the death of Father Gurno's predecessor, Father Matthias. While no one suspected foul play at the time, I had reason to believe that his death may be connected to the other two murders. If this is the case, a serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes this serpent to awaken every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. However, if you are determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbors. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. If the serpent merely sleeps, it may be dangerous to poke into its old resting places. I hope this has been of some help to you. May God bless and keep you safe. Jacob Essler. But yeah, so that's the thing, right? Because there are very important characters in Mass Effect 1 that I think you kind of screw yourself with if you don't play it. But, well, the remastered edition does make it a little easier, but it's still not great. I really wish that they could just import Mass Effect 3's combat into 1 and just remove all the tedious Mako sections, but that's just me, I guess. Though maybe you'd like 1 more since you like RPGs more, where the later ones I'd say are more shooter-coded than they are RPG-coded. The first one is very RPG-coded. No reply from Esther this time. Must have been delayed due to the heavy snow. The postman said I won't receive any more letters until spring. Better get back to the rat house then. Still more work to be done. Shall keep that in mind. Excellent, excellent. Oh, we're speed running. Well, we said before Christmas, and it's getting towards Christmas. Christmas Eve. Good morning, Dad. I finally caught up on the mural, and now I can start the final part today. I promise I'll get it done. Magdalene, I'm proud of you. Thanks, Dad. I'm sorry Dr. Stoll said you can't come to the festivities tonight. I know how much you love the perch and Talf. There's always next year. Right. How are you feeling? Dr. Stoll said he would come by again today. Fine, fine. I'm fine. Are you sure? Do you need anything? No, go on. It's alright. Or I'm alright. In fact, my spirits are lifted today. It's Christmas Eve after all. Of course. What's wrong? Dragon Age 2 doesn't really need Dragon Age Origins info unless you're looking for character appearances, so you need not worry about it really. Well, as long as I'm not getting, well, is Kerrigan in Dragon Age 2? I know that there's one, like, really hot girl, or waifu, in Dragon Age that everyone simps over. Or homeboy Varric there? I know a lot of people bro out for Varric, just like how everyone bros out for Garrus in Mass Effect. True homie to the end. Dad, I found a note back in November. A note? What do you mean? It was like a note I found in your plans for the murals. Just a scrap of parchment. It looked like it came out of an old manuscript. Elaborate writing, purple ink. It just said stop. Do you know where they came from? Who wrote them? Rip Varric? You didn't have to spoil it, Himbion. I said I was going to play through Dragon Age 2. Now, if I decide to play through the series, you've spoiled Veilguard. Or I think, is that Veilguard or Vanguard? It's everywhere? Yeah, well, I'm not in the Dragon Age community. I wouldn't have known. Spoil, spoil, spoil. SMH. Can't even trust my own mods anymore. Spoiling everything for me. Magdalene, oh god, it must be that Otz. He said he'd drop by with more firewood. If you know something, I'd like you to tell me, alright? I know I will. Can we talk about it later? Dad, I'll tell you, I promise. Alright. I'll be back later. Good, take care of yourself out there. Alright, maybe we'll finally figure out who the person who's been, leaving all these weird notes is. Morning, Magdalene. Morning, Aunt. It's cold out, isn't it? Freezing. Makes me envy Nico, able to stay inside all day. Even Endris has his forge to keep him warm. Anyway, here, I brought some firewood for you and your dad. Thank you, Otz. You're welcome. So, how's your dad? You think he can join everyone for Christmas Mass? I think he'll stay in bed tonight. I'll do my best to be there. Need to keep working on the mural, though. I'm working on the final section. About the Peasants' Revolt, right? It feels so weird to talk about. It affected Tassing so much, but we were just kids. I can't remember what happened since I was just a baby. I never even knew my dad. That's what makes it difficult. I need to ask those who are already adults that night, but don't want to touch raw nerves. What if you spoke to people while everyone was preparing for the Christmas festivities? Clara sometimes talks about that night. Mom, too. You might be able to ask them. Don't get attached? That's the thing, right? You get some cool moments, some good bro moments, and then BioWare, they just like to rip it from you raw. Yeah, you really liked that character, didn't you? Dead. Screw you. Wojslav and Matilda are the only two Benedictines left living in Tassing. Maybe they'll talk to me. Huh, I didn't think of that. Still, the mural is for Tassing, not the old Abbey. Agnes has always been in Tassing, right? I'd go to her if I were you. That said, she helped bury everyone who died that night. I wonder if she'd talk about it. It's your project, Magdalene. Might be worth a try. Wrote to the Archdeacon about it, too. He thinks that the Baron's murder and Otto's death are connected to the revolt. Me trying to protect Alistair in all the games, they had it out. So, like, if you mess up in any of the games, does Alistair just, like, die if you just slip up in one game? Like, oh, yeah, I'm not really paying much attention to Alistair this game, and then he's just dead? They make sure you have tough decisions. Yeah, but that's just BioWare being BioWare. You're gonna have, like, some decision where it's like, do you support this horrible, horrible person that has good ideas? Or do you support this person who really, really means well, but is gonna make everyone suffer? The who? The man who came to taskings for the Baron Rothvogel's murder. What about him? He was a judge for the Baron's murder. What if all the deaths and taskings are connected? I don't see how that old Baron has anything to do with the revolt. Are you feeling alright? I think you're looking for connections that aren't there. Maybe this mural project is getting to you. If you're so sure. I'll figure it out somehow. Thanks for the wood. See you later, Mags. You gotta choose between a lot of beloved characters. I'll just pick them all. Screw it. I'll roll the dice. Well, at least in Beyond, you'll get to see a true blind playthrough of Dragon Age. And then you can watch me cry or laugh about the deaths of characters. And then you can cry yourself for all the stupid decisions I'll probably make. Though I will admit, between all the Dragon Age games, Hawk has it worse in their games, so can't wait. Better get started if I want to talk to everyone before the Punch and Lauf. Alright. I guess let's go to the midwife first. Twill certainly be interesting. That is for certain. Oh, whoops. We had to go up. Oh, and also Frisky has left us. Goodbye, Frisky. No more Frisky. Sad. Our queen, Frisky. Ah. I want to see whom you like and shit on, knowing you'll be the ones I like. We'll see. I don't know. It really depends on their actions, right? Although you're very much the enemies to lovers lover, so probably, because you'll like all the... You would probably like the main enemy of Mass Effect, because he's such a... Oh, I'm a bad boy. I'm a rogue. I do what I want. Magdalene Drucklin, I didn't expect to see you today. How is your father? I'm sorry, I'd rather not talk about it today. It's alright, dear. Even after all the pain and illness I've seen, it's hard to bear at times. Now then, is there something we can help you with, dear? I have a small favor to ask. Oh, go on then, spit it out. If it isn't too much trouble, I'd like you to recount what you remember of the revolt. I'm nearly done with my mural, but I need more details. I was so young I don't remember much of that night. Oh, for that project of yours in the rat house. I'm afraid I won't have much good to say about the matter, but alright. Come sit down, Magdalene. Don't worry about helping with the wreaths. Took me years to get the technique up to Mom's expectations, so you're better off not helping. That's kind of rude. Pa, you always did fine, Brigitte. So, Magdalene, what do you need to know? What do you need to know to finish the mural? I was hoping to ask you more about the revolt. All I can remember was the flames when the abbey burned. What part of the revolt? The abbot starving us out of house and home? Otto's murder? I doubt that would be a good painting.
Sir, a diplomatic envoy has sent their entourage.
Hey, Rick Swaza. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Hello, raiders. Let me give you a quick shout out. Hold fast, nations at war, huh? Hold fast. I've heard of that game. That's the RTS. No. That's the role-playing, like, 17th, 18th century game, right? Like Britain versus France and those sorts of things. Stream was fantastic. Excellent. FPS. I thought it was a third person. You have, like, people that man the cannons and stuff and officers with their pistols, right? I thought I've seen gameplay of it. Can be both? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen many clips from it. Mostly, I remember very vividly the clip where the guy is, like, doing a Scottish accent is like, "Get out of our home!" Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, great role-playing game. Feel like it'd be really fun to stream. Glad you had fun, though. You ever played, Pentiment before? Seems like the abbot at Kiersau was on very good terms with Tassing. Everyone but that fucking Miller hated him, with good reason. He only ever cared for how many pfennigs he could get from us. I actually never have. What is this? Alright, so... So the art's based on medieval art, of course, which is why I totally blend in. You couldn't even tell I was a character, right? But it's, kind of like a detective game, right? So it's 3 acts. We're near the end, I think. We're on Act 3. Every time there's been a murder, we're kind of trying to figure out what it is. Or who it is, as well as completing this mural to show the history of Tassing, which is the town we're in. Time has passed between the 3. The character we played as in the first 2 parts died in a fire in a revolt by trying to save books, which I thought was really, really dumb. Also, hello, Ace Over Kings. Ace Over Kings.
I dub thee a knight.
Oh, thank you for the resub, Himbion. Has it already been a month? Wow. Well, I appreciate it, seriously. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, so, got out of Prime. Rip Prime. But yeah, so, Andreas was a artist from the first 2 parts, and he was a great guy. And he even had an apprentice, but for whatever reason, and I think this is really dumb, but I guess they have to advance the plot. Oh, Frisky's returned. He sacrificed himself to save some books. Ugh. Alright, Frisky, you want to say hi to chat? Anyway, Cat Toggle back on since she's joining us. Good kitty. Well, the books, I don't even know what he saved. I don't even know if he saved anything, because, like, the little ending cinematic was him burning at the top of the library. Brigitte, don't forget to twist the ends in. Can't have it looking like a Christmas hedgehog. I'm getting there, Mom. I've looked after Martin and Kraft well enough, haven't I? I can manage this. Yes, well, after your father died, I've got no one left to nag besides you and that husband of yours. Thank God I have the both of you, as a matter of fact. Let an old woman have her vices. The Gertner house was a bit sad. George always gets quiet this time of year. Whatever for? I reckon because that family's been hard-pressed since Peter died. Tassing's lost a good number of folk over the years, and feast days and celebrations make it harder to bear. You mean in the revolt, right? The revolt, the murders, that fool Andreas had to meddle in everything. Didn't do too much good, if you ask me. Andreas Miller, the artist? I thought he was my dad's friends. He was, and I can't fault your father for that. Master Mailer was an interesting man. He'd already meddled enough in Tassing after the Baron's murder that he held more sway than he knew. I could understand the first time. He wanted to save that old monk. I dare say he saw him as a father. Oh, to be a woman in the 1500s sewing leaves together. Yeah, but that's the thing, though, Himbion. Like, you're seeing it with Magdalene, our protagonist, right now, right? Your choices in life are very, very few. You're basically expected to have children. You have 0 autonomy. If you don't want kids, you gotta be a nun. You can't, like, be a blacksmith or even make art. Like, trying to paint this mural, everyone's trying to talk shit about us. But old Ottila was killed for the crime. She might have done it too, but she was close to her end anyway. Well, no one in town liked her. It's no wonder she was accused of murdering that stupid Baron. Then came the revolt, and Andreas Mailer happened to show up nearly the day of Otto's murder. Townsfolk shouldn't have stood with the peasants as long as they should have. Did the revolt accomplish anything? Well, the entire matter was a horrible, bloody mess, but it did restore peace in Tassing. By force. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing, is that since the game is, like, somewhat historic Rixwaza, we can barely read the books, because most of the books are in Latin or other languages. And yeah, because our protagonist right now is a daughter of a printing press. She can read, but just barely. Women now only have a handful of more rights. Stands to be argued. I could see both sides of the argument in that claim. Still, though, who knows? Maybe the future will be better, but only time can tell. After all, like 100 years from now, we'll be history. People will be writing about us in history books like we were the weirdos. A shame it had to happen at all, I think. I knew the revolt was a bad idea from the start. It's interesting to think that, like, someone will make, like, a Call of Duty Modern Warfare game, or something similar, like, 100 years from now, and it'll be, like, a historical game, like we see World War II shooters now. 2020s in history would be a chaotic read, that's for sure. Probably an entire, like, section in the book just for the 2020s, maybe. Old Wojslav would be the only one to know what happened inside the old church now before the fire. Some like to say things were always this bad, that violence was the only way, but it wasn't. Life got worse over the years. It wasn't like this when I was a child, not in my grandparents' time either. Sure, the abbot was pinching the townsfolk and the peasants were suffering, but to go against the church? Well, like you said, things weren't always so bad. We fought to make things right. Oh, the revolt didn't totally fail, did it? The abbot and the monks have left. The abbey may be gone, but Tassing has only traded one lord for another. The peasants were so angry over the abbot's perceived injustices that they thought they could make it right with even more injustice. Then the abbey caught fire and everyone ran, but by then the soldiers had arrived to stop them all. That soldier even warned Peter, but nothing could stop him besides steel. So nothing got better at all? No, not as I see it. The Lord is just as severe as the abbot was, and threatens force at every turn. That's life. You can struggle and die to accomplish something, and nothing changes. The dead are luckier. They died believing they changed something. We're stuck with the harsh reality. Wow, very topical. This is all you've known, Magdalene. You've grown used to it. We all have. Thank you for sharing your story with me. It's important to share our suffering with the younger generations. Maybe they can change something. Good luck on the mural, Magdalene. Good luck, Magdalene. Alright, so where to now? To the inn, eh? To the inn we go. At least it should be warm there. Is this what winter looks like in medieval paintings, though? Kind of beautiful, honestly. Though obviously the snow would probably in real life be a lot thicker. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. How's the weather? We've been prepping for the feast in here all day. Colder than usual. I'm glad to be indoors now. It's colder than I remember it being for decades. At least we're in here where we can keep our fingers warm. You better keep your fingers out of my dough, Master Bauer. I didn't do anything. You snuck your little fingers into my cookie dough 3 times today. Do it again and I'll wrap your knuckles with the back of my spoon. Don't anger Mistress Matilda, Simon. Wait, was it Matilda a nun? Did she change? Yes, sir. Sorry, Mistress Matilda. We need enough dough to make cookies for the entire town. You can't be eating it all. Anyway, what did you come in for, Magdalene? I was hoping you could tell me what you remember of the revolt. I was too young to remember much of it. No one ever seems to talk about it, and Mistress Matilda and Master Wojslav, you two are the only ones left who used to live in the abbey. Oh, yeah. Oh, they got married. Nice. Yeah, they were the ones that were sneaking into town together and having relations while they were in the church. Nice to see that they got married. The only ones who stayed, anyway. Matilda and I have been friendly enough with the people in town. We put it behind us in time. You can imagine the other brothers had little reason to remain. Poor old Adolf's heart gave out that night. It was too much for him, God rest his soul. Furanek joined the Dominicans and became an inquisitor. I've seen him around these parts over the years. Time has turned him friendly enough considering his vocation. I'm not sure what happened to the others. All gone in any case. But the whole thing is a sensitive subject, Magdalene. Why are you asking? I want to portray the event truthfully in the mural, so I'm trying to hear everyone's account of events. For the sake of seeing it portrayed right, I'll tell you what I remember. Wait, Magdalene, here. Come cut cookies with me first. That way we don't fall behind while we chat. We'd be grateful for the help, alright? Alright, Magdalene, cut out cookies from the dough and set them aside so Simon can put them on a tray. We'll need a good number in a variety of shapes, so don't hesitate to change which cutter you use. We have to have enough for the whole town, after all. Cut. What? Press, cut, right? Oh, is it because I'm too shallow in the dough? Alright, let's try and maximize our space. Maximizing this space. Could have made it in the spaces in between the circles, now that I see it. Oh well. Alright, well. Oh, rip. Thought we had enough space. And of course Frisky's yelling at me again. Why not? Just trying to maximize space, but this looks ugly. Oh yeah, we can rotate, I forgot. That's what re-rolling the dough's for? Yeah, you'd think, but nah. They want to be selfish. Is that not good enough? Go. Is that good enough? Are you done? These look wonderful, thank you. You can make more if you want, but it looks like we have enough. Excellent. I think that's good for now. Thanks for helping, Magdalene. There we go. Yeah, we have enough. That's good enough. Better keep going if we're going to have everything ready for the procession tonight. So, what can we tell you, Mags? Heard the Lanchnecks came into town before the revolt and warned everyone to leave the Abbey alone. Could things really have been talked out, or was it too late by then? There were some people who wanted to talk. Master Mailer worked hard to keep the peace, but after Otto was killed. Oh, Andreas, a shame how he died. We at the monastery were fond of him. Dad said he was instrumental in keeping the revolt from getting out of hand. He regrets not standing by him. Yes, he was. He had a personal dinner with the abbot to try and discuss things, I believe. A pity they couldn't come to an agreement. Yes, and Andreas did a lot of good for Tassing and Kirsau, too. Even if the old abbot failed to admit that. He even revealed corruption in our own midst. The old prior Fenwick had been doing witchcraft in the church. I still grieve that he died in the abbey fire. I know your father does too, Magdalene. Is it still necessary these days to hit the meat with a mallet? Beaten the meat, as they might say? Wasn't the revolt in general justified? Yes, I think so. We couldn't even collect in the force without a fee. Dad kept saying we couldn't live with higher and higher taxes. The night Otto died, the abbot was trying to excommunicate everyone for celebrating St. John's Eve. A lot of people thought the abbot killed him in revenge. Turns out it was Brother Guy. He was embezzling funds from the abbey. Still, after Otto and Ulrich, that was too much. We burned the mill with both bastards inside. The abbot promised to help if Andreas found the person who killed Otto. All we wanted was to talk. You mean no one was supposed to burn the abbey down? Why would anyone want that? We sought justice, not murder. It was too much for Peter. Lenhart was one thing. He just killed Ulrich. But to burn the abbey? When the Landsknechts saw the fire, they thought they had another revolt on their hands. Even Father Gurno couldn't stop them. We all fled. Brother Florian saved as many as he could, but... Galaxy's nephew came up to me and went, "Who are you?" Woof. Tell him that you're an alien. Or you're a ghost. Yeah, children. I'm not super fond, but you can mess with them. Make up something. Make up some insane story. Though maybe that doesn't work anymore now that they're all connected to the internet and in with the brain rot. You know, one of my new coworkers who I recently helped hire on, he used to be a teacher, and he was telling me about, like, what 6-7 means and all that schnaz. I don't understand it. Am I a boomer? Am I old? Maybe I'm old. Peter was wrong to burn the abbey, but what the soldiers did, that was awful. Galaxy tried to woo me with his niece earlier, and I told him, do not hand me that baby. Yeah, for me, maybe it's just me, but I see children as, like, responsibilities that I just do not have the finances or the time for today. Scared I'll break them. That, too. They're surprisingly resilient, but also super fragile. But I guess that's just humans in general. You can die tomorrow from a trip down the stairs, or you can get shot and survive. Yeah, cats are good enough. At least they'll tell you what they want. Straight up, and they won't stop bothering you until they get it. Kind of like children, I guess. Dad died protecting me, stabbed in the chest. I don't even remember what he was wearing, but I remember how dark the blood was when we found him. Almost black and sticky, like treacle. Dad socked one of the soldiers in the face, but another was right there, and... Magdalene, can we stop talking about this? Yes, thank you for talking to me. I'll do my best on the mural. Good luck. We'll see you at the procession later. Until then. Also had a ferret that are real close toddlers. Yeah, I hear ferrets, like... You have to be very, very careful what you feed ferrets, because their digestive systems just cannot handle modern food. Alright, where to now? The Gertner farm? Ah, here's the Gertner farm. Hello, Gertners. Here we are. Hello, Magdalene. I would have thought you'd be working on the mural today. What brings you here? I'd like to sit with you and ask how you remember the rebellion so that I can paint it, if that's all right. Ah, that was a sad time. If it'll help you memorialize those we lost in the revolt, yes, I'll answer a few questions. I don't mind. I was a little older than you, so I probably remember more, Magdalene. Oh, there's little Ursula. All grown up. Of course, Magdalene, we'll tell you all you want to know. I've been looking forward to seeing the mural for some months. Come now, sit with us. Now that you're all settled, what did you want to know? Did the revolt have anything to do with the other murder that happened in Tassing? Oh, the murder of the Baron, you mean? No, not really. I only remember that Andreas attempted to be a peacekeeper in both situations. I suppose that's when things going poorly. Oh, old Ottila. Yes, she hated the Abbey and the Baron. It was still a shock to know that she could have killed the Baron, though. English is hard, alright? It was really only after the Baron's murder that the Abbot became so severe. No doubt he blamed the rebellion and faithlessness of people in Tassing. I don't know about any of that, but his taxes and restrictions and his attitude towards us became harsher after that. It was all we could do to live by then, but eventually became too much. Even with all the restrictions, was the revolt really justified? Keep hearing conflicting stories about how it began. Agnes blamed Andreas for starting the revolt. Is that really true? Andreas only ever sought peace, from what I remember. He took it upon himself to try and keep justice in Tassing, even though it wasn't his home. Truly, it's thanks to him that we had peace for so long. We did everything we could to keep things from getting violent, but the Lord had other plans. I remember how sick and hungry I was all the time. Grandpa kept saying it hadn't always been like that. All was fine until one of the brothers killed Otto in retaliation for finding out how corrupt the Abbey was. Well, my husband wouldn't let that rest. We all wanted justice. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townsfolk pulled away except for you and Ulrich Grit. No, Clara, I'm afraid even I was intimidated and begged Ulrich to leave the matter be. My husband alone stood with the peasants. Dad always talked about how he regrets that choice. That's why I wanted to paint the mural. Father is unique in that regard. Most of the other townsfolk see the revolt's failure as proof that it was doomed from the start. Truly, if the entire town banded together, we likely could have succeeded without violence at all. By then, we were so starved and wanted justice so much, Peter truly thought success was possible. There was still some discussion. Ulrich and Andreas wanted peace. Then that fucking Miller protected that tonsured bastard. He always hated us, thought he was better than us. Ursula, language. What, Mom? It's true. Leonhardt even shot Ulrich out of nowhere. It was unprovoked? Yes, Leonhardt always did hate the rest of the townfolk, and he would take advantage of anyone he could. My husband sought peace to the last. He was a martyr to us. I think the Miller shot Ulrich to retaliate, but after that, Peter couldn't be stopped. We'd lost too much. Yeah, that was sad. The burning of the Abbey was a grim night, and the soldiers coming in. Our men fought to protect us, to protect Tassing, and many died in that fight. We got rid of the abbot and all the monks, at least. Yes, and that is some comfort, if only a little. Are there any heroes of Tassing I should memorialize? Dad, definitely. Peter always wanted the best for Tassing, even if he acted rashly by setting fire to the Abbey. Hope you can portray him in the best light, Magdalene. Rather not talk about that night anymore. Hope you provide enough insight for your work. You did, thank you. I'll let you get back to work. Thank you, Magdalene. I'm certain the mural will be beautiful. Oh, already so late. It's night of Christmas Eve. Time to go to the commons for the Pernschloff. Christ, it's so damn cold. Oh, good. You made it, Magda. I was getting worried you would miss the procession. Truth be told, I'd rather be inside by the fire. Procession shouldn't take long, and we'll have a feast after this. Heard you helped make some of the cookies, too. Shh, it's starting. Oh, Artemis looks so lovely. I'd love to be the bright saint one year, leading off all the demons into the woods. Very interesting, the Christian-like traditions we used to have. Like leading all the demons to the woods. Scaring the kids. That's the only type of boys that'll follow you, Artemis. Haha. Apollo, stop that. Sorry, Mom. Christina, see the Perchin? So scary. I don't like it. Shh, Andreas, you're alright. They're only costumes, big masks that our neighbors are wearing, remember? So cold. Magdalene, would you want to be the bright saint or one of the Perchin? I just enjoy watching. Oh really? You're normally so outgoing. I guess watching is a better view, though. Doesn't seem fair Artemis gets to be the bright saint since her dad is on the town council. We'll get your chance, don't worry. Tassing's done the punch-off as long as I can remember. Everyone in town's been a part of the procession before. Well, except for you young ones yet. I wish Dad could be here. He'll see next year, surely. You can go home and describe it all to him. As beautiful as ever. Oh. Come here, kitty. As goddamn long as ever. Well, at least we're gonna eat after this. Truly full tavern, eh? Good kitty. Oh, hey, Mags. Magda, whatever, Mags. You made it. I was worried for a minute you'd skip out on the fun. Merry Christmas, Mags. Merry Christmas, Ots. Look, Baltos made a special batch of beer, and I heard you made cookies, too. Alexander and Kaz look like they're going to play something, too. Oh, I hope they play Christborn on Christmas Day. That's my favorite. Which one is that? Ots, we sing it every year. We sing all of them every year, Mags. I can't keep them straight. Man, he's really drunk then, isn't he? I wonder if the alcohol concentration in beer used to be higher. Ahem. Hey! Everyone listen up. George would like to speak. Oh yes, thank you, Veronica. On behalf of the town council, I wanted to thank everyone for coming tonight. This year has been rough on all of us. We've had more snowfall than anyone can remember, and the early frost gave us a small harvest. Folk haven't come through the passes often. Nico, you've been short of customers, and we've all missed the trade. Alexander and Casimir's, you've been kept from your journey. Naziu, the snow has kept you from returning home. And I know we've all felt the lack of Klaus in town, as he's been bedridden these past few months. And yet the Lord has blessed us with each other, cheerful guests and good company. Cheers. Amen. Thanks be to God. God bless. Even though this season has been rough, God knows that we still have a lot to celebrate this Christmas. Endris, you made tools we couldn't have gone without. Just practicing my trade. Dr. Stoles, you've kept us all in good humors. It's proof of my experience, George, in such cruel weather. Magdalene, you've painted the mural for us. I only wish that my father were here to celebrate this close completion with you all, as do we all. Alexander and Casimir's, you spread good cheer in the early winter nights. Our pleasure, truly. And especially tonight, I think we should thank Baltus for making such a wonderful beer for us all to enjoy. Huzzah! No, please. Nazo helped tremendously. It's thanks to him, really. Ah, well, grazie. Thanks to our Lord, who has so graciously provided for this feast. Yeah, thanks to the man's deep pockets. Casimir's and I shall play later in the evening, so please come to us with songs if you have one in mind. Oh, well, that's it, everyone. If I may, George, I'd like to bless this great feast our Lord has provided for us. Of course, Father. Today we have come together to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But just as our Lord has provided for us with this meal, so did Christ provide us with the bread of life. So please, join with me in prayer. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts which we are about to receive. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Now please, everyone, I know Baltus made a fine beer, but remember that temperance is a virtue. Celebrate the Christ child as though his manager were here with us. Manger were here with us. Merry Christmas, everyone. Finally, let's eat. Magda still has yet to eat anything. Or drink anything. She's just standing there. Like I hate my life. Right, what, are we questioning people here? Oh. Well, okay, be friendly and say hello to everyone. Hello, Eva. Magdalene, you finally came over to say hello. Hello again, Aunts. Hello, Magdalene. Happy Christmas, Eva, Till. Magdalene, how good to see you. How is that mural coming along in the rat house? Almost finished with it, I hear. That's right. Last I heard about it, you were still working on the middle section. The history of the saints, right? I finished that section now. The old abbey ruins were hard to climb, though, but I want to paint it bright. Oh, but the ruins of the abbey are so run down. That sounds dangerous. You went into the old abbey, Magdalene? Without me? Of course I did. Quite a capable young woman you are, Magdalene. Till. Not that I'm encouraging it, mind. No, please encourage it. Well, clearly you can handle yourself since you made it without any problems. Made it back without any problems. And I did warn you about the dangers, not that I told you to go digging about down there, mind. Anyway, Magdalene, what are you painting on the mural now? I'm working on depicting the revolt, but I think I angered Agnes when I asked her about it. That's right, you were just a few years old then. God, has it been that long? Don't worry about Agnes. She acts cranky, but she's never truly upset with anyone. It took years for Tassing to recover after that night. Thank God we've come a long way since then. Otto would be proud of what the town has accomplished. I think so too. You know, Magdalene, I think he would be especially proud of you for memorializing Tassing at the mural. He would be thrilled to think that you become part of the family. I'm honored you think so. Of course, Otto has been charmed by you for years now, and I don't blame him. You're a beautiful young woman. You'll have to speak with Klaus, of course, but you and Otto are a good match. Right, I'll mention it to Dad. Is getting married with Otto just gonna be like a definitive thing, or can we avoid it? Well, I guess it is like 1500s in Christian times. It's not really a choice. Anyway, I don't mean to keep you chatting away with us older folks. Have fun and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Eva, Till. Merry Christmas, Otts. Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Enjoying the celebration? It's wonderful to see everyone together in high spirits. Isn't it? Especially after having to work in this damn cold. I swear it seeps into your bones. Can't remember a colder winter. The frost keeps edging around our windows at night.
Sir, a guest has arrived.
Hey, Prostoic. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How are you doing today? At least the hinges will last through the winter. Oh, those damned hinges again. Yes, I also had fun in Borrowed Trauma. I'm excited for Friday. I think it'll be a really fun and chaotic stream. How many of us are there? Like 8? 9? Great. Sipping coffee, cleaning up desk a bit. Excellent, excellent. Quite productive, aren't you? I think 10 to start. Yeah, it'll certainly be interesting. I wonder if we'll even be able to hear ourselves with all the chatter over the radio. I frickin' try. True that. Anyway, like George said earlier, it's nice to have a night of good company and cheer. Yeah, she gave a lovely speech, George. Oh, thanks. To be honest, I didn't know what to say until I said it. Everyone was so deep in their drinks, I was worried no one would want to hear what I had to say. Well, I solved that problem. Maybe I should be on the town council. That way someone can get people's attention and make decisions. Woof. As long as people try to remember to turn on local when it makes sense, it'll only be slightly insane. I think slightly is underselling it. Again, 10 creators. It's gonna be something, that's for sure. Ha. A woman on a town council? Old bastard. You were very helpful, Veronica, especially because I was expecting to make a speech tonight. Really? Warner kept insisting that someone make a speech, so... Paul said that I was the most charismatic out of anyone on the council. Yeah, people do like Big George. He said that? Well, he said that I would make the least amount of people angry over it. Balta said it was my charisma. To be honest, I never thought I'd be someone people in Tassing listened to. But you've always been a part of the town council. We didn't always have a council, though. It wasn't until the night of the revolt, really, that I felt like I could do things on my own, be my own man. I love my father, but what he did, I thought it had doomed the town. A lot of terrible things happen all at once. No one can shoulder the blame themselves. No, but my dad chose violence. He chose to destroy the Abbey. I always went along with him because he was my dad. He had to be right. That night was the first time I thought any different. I learned that night that you can fight for something right and still choose the wrong way to do it. And I swore that I would never let that happen again. The revolt broke down everything I thought I knew about Tassing, about myself. But it made a lot of things better for Tassing, and that's what makes me hopeful. What do you mean? Well, our new lord is strict, but he made a deal with us. The council lets us govern ourselves. As much as I was grumbling earlier today, George is right. Life changed in Tassing, and even though the first few years were hard, we're better for it now. No abbot looking down on us, making stupid laws as he sees fits. Our lord lives days away. As long as we pay our taxes, we're left alone. It's better life for Artemis and Apollo than we had. Even though you disagree with Peter's actions, they made a better life for you. The real work happened in the days after the revolt. My father would have been put to death as a rebel and a traitor if he survived. We worked hard to make sure the sacrifice of those who died wouldn't be in vain. I've done the best I can to do right by the town and Dad. Anyway, I'm going for another pint. Anyone else? Another for me, George. Magdalene? I'll get myself another later, thanks. Alright, we'll see you later then, Magdalene. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. And to all a good cheer, Mistress Magdalene, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Alexander. Merry Christmas, Casimir's. Enjoying the night? Very much so. The cookies especially. I haven't had such a wonderful gingerbread in ages. Oh yeah, what's everyone's favorite cookie? And this is going to be a super piping hot take, I like sugar cookies after they're stale. I think stale sugar cookies, like on the verge of becoming bricks, are the best. I don't like soft and chewy cookies. We're just setting up to perform. Did you have a particular song in mind you want us to play? Between the two of us, we know all the Christmas songs between here and Spain. Heaven above to earth I come. One written by Martin Luther. I don't oppose, but are you sure we ought to? Maybe you're right. I'll pick something else. Good Christian men rejoice. A folk tune, one of Casimir's favorites. Once Kaz and I play what we prepared, we'll be sure to play that one. Merry Christmas, everyone. Since Christmas, Casimir's and I wanted to share a special song with all of you in the spirit of giving. Please enjoy. I can't judge, I like the old s'mores. Excellent. Yeah. Unseres Herzens Wonne liegt in Praesepio und leuchtet als die Sonne matris in gremio. Alpha es et Rho, Alpha es et Rho. Is that Latin or German? I think it's German. I think I gotta go with the non-original chocolate chip. Alright, but do you like chocolate chip fresh, or do you like it a little staler? A little aged, if you will. Like a fine cheese. Like, I'm kinda okay with the gooey fresh chocolate chips, but the old hardened ones are kinda better in my opinion. Fresh, so I'll eat it stale with milk. I'm already testing the limits of my, my lactose intolerance with cheese. Milk would probably push me over the edge. Please return to your drinks. We'll be playing all night. Happy Christmas. Hello, Magdalene. Happy Christmas to you. Good evening, Magdalene. Merry Christmas to you, too. Unlike Ulrich, Andreas, say hello to Mistress Druckeren. Hi. Me and Galaxy buy non-lactose milk, actually, so... Like, oat milk, or soy milk, or... fake milk? I don't know. Which kind? I can barely tolerate soy milk, if I'm gonna be honest. Or almond milk. Almond milk is also barely tolerable, honestly. Maybe I just don't like milk. Well, Andreas, don't be shy. You know Mistress Magdalene. Sorry, Magdalene. He's still a bit quiet. Hello, Rick. Hello, Andreas. How did you like George to speak, Magdalene? It's a good reminder of everything we still have. We all needed to hear it. Paul putting up with him to it at the last moment, it was well done. While Werner insisted someone in the council make a speech, I didn't particularly want it to be me. But George did it justice. You can always count on him to speak from the heart, especially a few drinks in. Truthfully, I think much of the town needed some encouragement tonight. Nah, Fairlife, it's ultra filtered so it has no lactose in it. Does it even still taste like milk anymore, out of curiosity? Or does it just taste like filtered water at that point? Tassing hadn't had such a hard season since... It does? Interesting. Though I don't really eat anything that would require milk anymore. With cookies, I'd rather just have, like, orange juice or water, funny enough. And I don't really eat cereal, so... Not really a ton of space for milk, unless I, like, make a pasta, I guess. Which I add the half-fat milk or whatever to. Since the revolt? Yes, I'm sorry, it's Christmas. We shouldn't speak of such sad times. Let's toast to better days, then. Cheers to that. Although there's an old Latin proverb my dad used to say to me. Ignis aurum proat, miseria fortis viros. The fire is the test of gold, misery is the proof of strong men. Yes, precisely. There's no question the revolt left Tassing worse off, but seeing the town now gives me hope. You're an artist, Magdalene. I think you can see it too. I think I do. Seems brighter for now. Yes, these miserable days gave us the results we need to push ahead, to make things better. The next generation, like you or Jutta, and the twins, you saw what it was like to fight for ourselves. Stand up to tyranny even at the cost of losing our homes and lives. To be honest, most nights I'm grateful for the revolt. Really? Oh yes, you wouldn't remember, but life was already terrible before that night. The revolt burned away the dead wood that had rotted Tassing for decades. God knows my father was an evil man. His death released me from years of fear. The revolt gave me the courage to face him, to become better than him. I think something of the same happened when the Abbey was destroyed. If things had gone on as they always did, well, I doubt we'd be having such a Christmas feast tonight. Cost was high, but it resulted in just as much joy as grief. I hadn't thought about it that way. Because of the revolt, I can marry Paul, and we can supply grain to the peasants at a fair price. Our children will grow up without the fear that rolled over my life as I got older. No moment in life is entirely good or bad, Magdalene. What matters more is how we choose to see it. But without objective perspective, we could lose all we hold as perceived as good or bad. I suppose so, but that seems a bit beyond me at the moment. One too many eels, dear? No, just above my head. You sound like Baltus when he's in the middle of a project, Magdalene. Don't forget to take some time to have fun tonight, alright? Mommy, I want another cookie. Shh, don't yell, sweetheart. Excuse us, Magdalene. It seems we have cookies to fetch. Of course, Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas, Magdalene. I wonder if Andreas can survive the fire, and if he does the name of that kid change, or is he still Andreas? Happy Christmas, Magdalene. Magdalene, dear, Merry Christmas. God bless. Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoying the feast? Who wouldn't enjoy a mug of Baltus' latest brew and a hearty meal? With what effort you put into tenderizing the meat, I'm not surprised at all. I am but a tiny part of a larger whole. Looking at your belly, you're hardly a tiny part. I am as God made me in His infinite wisdom. I mean, he was probably named in honor of Andreas dying, right? It's not that there can only be one. It was probably more that the name was created out of Andreas' death, no? Like, if Andreas was still alive, then it's not like, oh, we're honoring Andreas by naming our child after him. I am as God. Like, he can still be named Andreas, but I don't think Andreas did much other than die and try and help the town. What a blessing that is. I'm glad you're all in such a good mood. No other choice on a night such as this. Witnessing the joy of a community brought together under one roof. Listening to the laughter of families, of children I won't ever have. Children none of us will have. But you could still be blessed, all of us. We're too old, Wojslav. It is as it is. Amen. I certainly managed to bring the mood down. Oh, it's not your fault, Magdalene. When you've been through a lot and happen to reminisce, you sometimes end up here. Amen. That is the truth. Everyone has regrets, but you live with them. Even as I didn't find anyone to marry, the work I do now is precious. Solace is where you find it. Well, I at least hope you find yourself continuing to have a pleasant night. Bless you, Magdalene. Enjoy the feast. God bless you. What? Merry Christmas, Werner. What's merry about it? Friends and family coming together to feast? Family, friends. Who needs that shit? By the grace of God, you do, Werner. Did I ask you, Balthasar? No, be merry, my friends. Drink and be merry. Finally, someone with some sense. You've been fighting for years, isn't? Nah, just say nothing. Devil caught your tongue, girl. You usually have plenty to say. Don't be so uncouth towards our friend, Werner. Please, I have heard enough about your righteous moralism. As you can tell, the ship has sailed long ago, Magdalene. So you two sit together at the same table being angry. God teaches us all to forgive. God has infinitely more patience and goodwill than us mere mortals. What he said. So you two sit at the table, yeah, being angry and not talking to each other? I'm no soothsayer, but it seems to me like you want to be friends but are too stubborn to get over yourselves. She's sharp, this one. Don't take her side, Nazu. I'm sorry, but if she is right, she is right. I refuse to get myself roped into this foolishness. Just talk to each other. Can't be that bad. Some differences are irreconcilable. Right, Baltus? Yes, quite so. See, that's a start. Continue just like that. You must always get your way. Is that it? Ah, the fiendishness of youth. Please go enjoy your feast and release our aging souls from your torment. Perhaps a dance later, hmm? We'll see. Till later, gentlemen. Alright, is that everyone? Can I finally leave? Go get murdered outside by whoever's chasing us around? Hey, Magdalene. Sorry to bother you during the feast. Oh, hello, George. You need something. All the chatter around the revolt earlier had me thinking. You're nearly done with the mural, aren't you? Last time you talked with the council, you said you were working on the final portion, painting the revolt. I don't mean to nag during the feast, though. That's Veronica's job. Oh, already drunk and passed out, the twins. I should have done it soon. Or I should have it done soon. I've been listening to people around town talk about the revolt so I can get a better idea of how to paint it. Everyone has a different idea of how that night happened. But I think I finally settled on how I want to depict it. Yeah? I want to honor what the peasants stood for. I'll show Otto giving a speech and the soldiers in the distance. That's a good perspective. It shows what happened without being too detailed about what happened. I'm sure everyone will love it. Klaus would be proud of the design you've picked. Eva will like that especially. Anyway, I'll get out of your way. You've got better things to do. I think Otto was looking for you too. He always is. I think I'll actually go home for the night. I've had enough of Otto's flirting, and I should go check in on my dad. Tell him hello from all of us, alright? Hey, well, good night, George. Can I take some food with me? Good night, Magdalene. Yeah, not taking any food for poor old Dad. 9 p.m. Let's see if we get attacked on the way home. Oh, there's the lady. God bless you and Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Oh, Merry Christmas, Sister Emily. Were we bothering you with the noise next door? What do you think, Himbion? Is she the, like, ghost mastermind, whatever? Do you think? No, not at all. Hearing people celebrating Christ's birth brings me great joy. Because she is the one who had the, like, visions, right, of people dying. So is it that she's making those visions come true, perhaps? Christmas should be a heartwarming time of year for us all. Enjoyed seeing everyone feeling better about the future, especially all that Tassing has endured. People here have suffered greatly, but we must always find hope in the midst of despair. It is fitting to celebrate Christ's birth on days with so little light and warmth. People need Christmas in the depth of winter to remind them that spring will return. We will all have a chance to live again. Magdalene, who is that? You. Hey, wait. Please excuse me, Sister Amelie. I need to check on my father. Of course, God bless you. Thank you, Sister. Uh-oh. Door's open. Someone here. Dad? Uh-oh. Think Dad might be dead. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. Magdalene, is that you? What's the matter? Someone was standing near the house. The door was open. I was afraid something might have happened to you. I'm sorry I didn't hear anything. Been asleep most of the day, most of the evening, too. I'm worried about you, Magdalene. You're worried about me. You're working too hard. I know taking care of me takes up much of your time. I know how hard you've been working on the mural. I know how important it is to you. For you to work this hard, it has to be important to you. It is important to me. I'm not going to make it, Magdalene. I know. It's alright. This is just life. I'm glad I'm going before you, even if it's sooner than either of us would like. Yeah, terrible when parents outlive their children, isn't it? I've already seen too much death in my time. Just want to show you what I could do. I wanted you to be proud of me. Yeah, every child to their parents, I suppose. I have been, every day of your life. You've never needed to prove anything to me. Wish I could stay to see the mural when you finish it, but I don't need to. I know it'll be more beautiful than anything these old hands have ever made. Don't say that. It's true though, I mean, I got along alright. But I always knew you would surpass me before long. You can already see things that I never could. See things and make them real. I'm trying. You're doing it. Whether I die tonight or tomorrow or the next day, I'm not going to be here much longer. Is that like creaking on wood? Is someone sneaking behind us? One morning you're going to wake up and you'll have to do things for yourself. Howdy, Vay. Thank you for tuning in. How are you doing today? Love things for yourself, and you'll have to share it with the world. Love is the only reason to do anything in this life. All this talking. Too much. Could you bring me something to eat? Of course, Dad. You haven't eaten all day. And I missed the Christmas feast, too. I can't believe no one brought me a cookie. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We should have brought something home. I'll go get some soup. Ooh, good soup. Good soup. Quite tired, but otherwise well. How are you and Frisky today? Well, Frisky's as needy as ever, yelling at me, even though I gave her treats and food. And, just glad to be back from work. And thank you for grabbing your daily stew. Klaus. I'm sorry, Klaus. About everything. You're here. Wait, we're him now? I thought I could stop all of this. But I couldn't. So many people paid the price. They're all still there, all in the dance of death. The Baron, Piero, Guy, Ottilia, Peter, Otto, August, and now you. Dad? Oh God, it's you. Who are you? What are you doing to my father? Magdalene, it's alright. It's alright. I'm sorry I've forgotten my manners after all these years. And you've likely forgotten my face or what it once was. Who is that? Magdalene, this is Andreas That's wait, Andreas? I thought we saw him burn. Back from the dead. Ah, I guess he didn't die. That's what Andreas looks like after so long, though, eh? Now you're here to kill my father, to kill me? No, I didn't attack your father. I'm not here to hurt anyone. Don't understand, Andreas. Where have you been all these years? Yeah, he who haunts the narrative. That's quite the twist, eh? Fuck, it is Andreas. But he said he didn't attack Klaus, and I believe him. Andreas didn't... Like, it could be one of those, like, unreliable narrators where Andreas does the kill off screen and we have to solve it as someone who did it, but... I don't know. I hope that Among Us reference was worth 500 of your hard-earned points and beyond. Hiding from the world in the ruins, mostly. Sometimes in the woods, when it was warm. Stealing bread from Gret, stealing books from you. Oh, so I wasn't going crazy. It's the only thing that kept my mind from forgetting what words are. Wait, how did you survive the fire? Yeah, with some difficulty. I grabbed as many books as I could and threw them into the scriptorium. When the smoke got too thick, I started to black out. Next thing I remember was Caspar pulling me into the crypt. Your apprentice, the boy. Sent him back to Salzburg. He didn't leave. Oh no. He waited in the woods and watched what was happening. When he saw me in the window of the library, he ran through the crypt to save me. And he did. And he saw I was trying to save the books and... No, don't tell me Caspar. Come on, Caspar was a good boy. Come on now. Don't kill Caspar. I couldn't stop him. I was barely conscious. Oh, he never came back out, Klaus. Poor Caspar. When I woke up, everyone was dead or gone. Couldn't face any of you. Couldn't go back to Sabine, that empty house. Should we have been meaner to him? If we were meaner to him, would he have left? So I hid. He painted over the Dance of Death in the Abbey. Turns out I had a reason to keep painting. Oh! So the person painted as dead from the fire is probably Caspar? And then Andreas is the one who's painted with like his eyes scratched out? Turns out I had a reason to keep painting. I'm sorry if I scared you. No one's come into the Abbey for years. I thought I was safe there. I was afraid to talk to you, afraid to talk to anyone. Did you leave us those notes, the ones with the purple writing? Ah. No, those were written by a different occult hand. One that does not want you to finish your mural. One that has killed and may kill again to stop you from telling Tassing's history. You're geeking? Well, what exactly did you know him beyond? Tell us your theory that you had all this time. Inkling he was staying there? Yeah, I guess he is the artist, isn't he? Though the art seems so different. Yeah, so the original killer's still out there. Because Tassing's real history is at odds with the story we've all been told. It's been covered bit by bit, layer by layer, until it could no longer be seen. But it's still here. It's always been here, hidden beneath our feet. And it's still protected, haunted by the specter of death that has hung over this place for generations. The Thread Puller. Thread Puller? Beneath our feet? What are you talking about? Same person who attacked your father is the same person who manipulated someone into killing Otto Zimmerman. And Lawrence Rothvogel. Yes, and they travel through the Roman aqueduct that connects Tassing and Kiersau. Oh, so that's what we saw jumping. It's a network of tunnels I've become quite familiar with. And I've seen the ghost that haunts them that can squeeze through the tiniest opening. I've seen it bend itself in half to reach places I could never follow. I've traveled along every inch of the aqueduct in the old city, but there's one place I've never found. The layer which the Thread Puller retreats to, the ancient Roman temple that is determined to hide from view. The Mytharium, you found it? No, but I mapped out a darkness between the collapsed tunnels. I believe I know how to get there. Come with me, I'll show you. Alright. Good, let's go. Will you be alright? Yes, I'll be fine. Protect my daughter, Andreas. With my life, Klaus, I promise. Alright, let's find the Mytharium. Damn, I really, really wanted Casper to survive. He was so young, too. So influenced by Andreas. What's the hell yeah for, Galaxy? The Rat House, what are we doing here? Are you celebrating Casper's death? When the men dug out the foundation, they found Roman ruins that have been buried over time. Lucky never wasted stones, so used the Roman wall as one of the cellars. There's a way inside. To the hidden place. Are you alright? Yes? Alright, into the Ratskiller. Oh, that we're gonna go find the temple? How old is Andreas at this point? Alright, that wall is different. Does that mean this is the place? No, it's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once, it carried water. Look. Cornelivus irit balenio et complet sextivum gradvum in mitreo. Oh wait, in Latin the V's are U's, right? So it'd be sextum gradum. Cornelius goes into the bath today and completes the 6th step in the Mytharium. Yes, you see? No, I most certainly do not see Andreas. Well, here. Wow, he's still strong. He's got some body mass there, that Andreas. A warning would be nice. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to being around people. This is the aqueduct. Yes, and? It'll take us to the bats, then to the Mytharium. Alright. After you, please. Manu propria. I'm going to cry if the last chapter is called Pentiment. It just feels like a game thing now, is that your last chapter or whatever is always named after the game. Like if Resident Evil had chapters, chapter 5 is Resident Evil. I'm going with he's like 40, 50, but has been in the tunnel so long it makes him look old. Nah, because like in the time, right, that he was around the same age as like, well actually yeah, given that it's the Middle Ages and they don't live that long, that makes sense I guess. Well, just in case, let's go look at what's down the tunnel further. Ah, it's blocked. Got it. Well, at least we didn't miss out on something. Decoration. These must have been in the bats. These must have been the bats. It doesn't look like there's a way through. Silt. All the floods kept carrying it down here. Hundreds of years of floods. What if we can't get through it? What if it's buried forever? It's too early to get this discouraged. Let's keep looking. Yeah. Here we go. More stairs down. Would something be below the bats? A hippo caused. They use warm air to heat the rooms above. Roman colonies in the north often had them. Let's hope these haven't filled with silt as well. Do you know where we're going? These pillars just kind of go in all directions. Andreas, could you look that way? I think I'm gonna go try exploring ahead. Of course. How could you abandon your work, Andreas? I thought you were a true artist, a master of your craft, but all you created was misery. Oh, it's the Baron. You weren't that good a person anyway. Screw you. Scapegoating old widow didn't solve your problems, eh? Rotten hell, Andreas. You and all of Tassing. Yeah, you rotten hell too. Alright, where's Guy? An eye for an eye, Andreas. You may have condemned me, but in doing so you damned yourself as well. I don't think Andreas is making it. Haunted by the ghosts of his past. Master, why did you send me back into the flames? I told you to go home! You should have gone home! Damn it, Casper. But I know the guilt is probably weighing heavily on Andreas. Ah, what the hell. No, this isn't right. Can't be here right now. How did I get here? Andreas, you're still here. Yes, for a little longer. Thought I had gone mad. Not yet. Not entirely. But you have been on this road a long, long time. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good. But how? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here. This was once a place of refuge for you, Andreas. That has become a prison you constructed to protect yourself. From what? From pain, from risk, from life itself. I can't stay here, I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out? Andreas, you are the architect. I'll help you as best I can, but you're the only one who can answer that. Uh-oh. Alright, so the exit's there. That's a dead end. This is a dead end. Oh, the white are the lines. Okay. So, white. We're going in reverse. That leads to there. That goes there. Looping it back around. Alright. I think I see the route. Go through here. Hello, Andreas. Is that you, Sabine? Yes, of course, I'm still here. Part of me will always be here with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why? You reminded me of August. Remind me. It wasn't all bad, Andreas. You lost him, but we had 4 years together. They were happy years, weren't they? They were. Then they ended, and it felt like life ended with them. I know. It was hard for both of us. I don't blame you for anything. You should stop blaming yourself. It may be too late for us, but it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene. Yes, Magdalene. I have to help her. I can, Andreas, but you have to leave this place behind for good. I know. I can. I will. You will. Thank you, Sabine. Will I ever see you again? Not in this place. But maybe someday, in a better place. In a better dream. Man's going crazy, but I guess you need to be crazy to keep your mind sane. Oh wait, no, this way, yeah. Master Andreas. Oh, Casper. It's really you. So good to see you again, Master. I just want to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. I let my family down, I let you down. Couldn't stop Peter, I couldn't save Tassing. Couldn't even save more than a couple armfuls of books. You did what you could, Master. Everyone knows you did. That's all any of us can do. True. Guess that's part of the lesson, right? Is, with life, just do what you can do, and don't grieve or burden yourself with expectations higher than what you can possibly accomplish, or it'll drive you insane. Alright, Casper. Thank you. Thank you for everything you taught me. This was the way out. Before I started talking to Casper, I know this was the way out. Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. Remembers the pain of life, it's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice? Yes? Thought you were gone. You brought me back. Oh. So what do I do now? Keep going. Alright, so we'll reverse this labyrinth, and I guess we'll loop back this way. Circling back around. We'll probably talk to everyone that's dead, I feel like, by the time we get there. Oh wait. This entrance. You too? It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. Thought I'd forgotten it. I knew you were still here, though, quietly waiting for me. Can't change the past, can't cover it up. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's alright. What? It's alright, Daddy. It is? You don't have to hide anymore. What about you and Casper? And your mother? We're not really here. And there are people who need you. It's so hard to let you go. I know, Daddy. But you have to. I know. You're right. Thank you. Love you, Daddy. Love you too. Good night, August. Good night. They shifted again, the walls. Still trying to protect you. No. It's not? No, I mean no, I don't have to do this. This is my mind, my maze, and I'm leaving. Good. This next part might be confusing. What? What? Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Did I make this? You borrowed it. From where? From what? There are layers to everything, even our memories. Oh, so I created this from the Lady of the Maze. What, Himbion? What? Over time, the foundations become buried. We can no longer recall how we got here, no longer recall what came before. And what came before? Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth. What? I don't understand. Sister, I told you! I fucking told you! I told you! It's fucking her! You are here with me, and we are here in spirit. Are we still in the ruins? We're in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Oh, wait. Okay, is this still a hallucination? Your spirit was wandering and the Lord brought you here. But I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. Am I having a vision? I know it is confusing. I am not even sure of my own visions. But if you're here with me, then it is the will of the Lord. Okay. Andreas' sister Emily. Okay. Yeah, we're not hallucinating. Yeah, she real. She real as hell. What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your... Yeah, I told you. She's the one making it happen. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. No, this is my spirit. I walked here through the aqueduct. You're confused, Magdalene. It's understandable. My own visions have perplexed me for all my life. Even though this seems strange, even though this is a place of spirit, it is very real. Yeah, her visions from God are just excuses to kill. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here the Lord tells me what messages I must bear and to whom. You deliver messages? Yes, once long ago I was a scribe. Copied many works of the great church doctors. Origen in particular. That all ended with the fire. It ended with my life. Wait. Thought I'd given up the pen forever until the visions returned. No. When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters, not one. All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of purple ink. Oh, she's the writer! I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone, but he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do. Okay. So is it a twofer? She's the one who gives the vision, he makes them happen? It was you this whole time. You wrote the notes. I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Sister Amelie, you pushed those people into committing murder. What? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. That's what happened, sister. You wrote those notes. No, because she said the Lord gives her things to say, right? What if he's just speaking to her and pretending to be God? And people were murdered because of them. No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No, I'm not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Sister Amelie, it's alright. Father Thomas, how did you get down here? Tassing is an old place. It's buried in many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth, it was Sister Amelie who rediscovered them first and found this place. Wait, did I mention this room? This is the foundation of the church. Father Thomas, did you? In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am happy you're still alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. You. Yeah, fucking Father Thomas. Of course, it's... You and Sister Amelie were behind all the murders? No, she had no part in this. But the notes, she wrote them. She did, but she did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write. Ah, so it is fucking Father Thomas. To what end? What was the point of all of this? Look around you. What do you see? I wouldn't be taking my eyes off of a murderer, personally. Roman ruins? Look closer. Looks like the statue of Saint Maurice from the meadow. And the images of Saint Satya from the shrine. I don't understand. It's Saint Maurice and Saint Satya and Mars and Diana. Oh, they're the same. Can it be both? When the Romans left Tassings, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. The statue of Mars Pater that once watched over the Roman field stood there still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was Saint Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrines of Satya, and not believing she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. So the people turned them into saints? Sanctity and sainthood exist outside of what people believe, Magdalene. People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. But they knew of the saints and learned local legends of the region and applied them to be the figures they found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here, except for Historia Tassiae. But Historia Tassiae was not known then, perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost for before it made its way to Father Matthias, and you killed him for it. Yes, with poison. No one suspected. Died of poison no one suspected? It must have been quite subtle. His death was unexpected, but I was the only person he confided about what he had read in Historia Tassiae. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that St. Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that Saint Satya was the Roman goddess Diana, he had resolved to deal with it. And you resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in Saint Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe that in the legend of Saint Satya, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. And that was worth killing the abbot? I believed it was then, yes. If Saint Moritz never came to Tassing, what is in the reliquary? What are the pilgrims coming to see? What does it mean for the people who pray to him, to Saint Satya, and believe their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? People must suspected something odd over the years, Father. Suspicion is not truth, especially when no one really wants to know the truth. People have faith in spite of doubt. That is why I've worked to preserve the legends of our saints. You are preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth. God so loved the world that he gave his only son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassin can stand in a field, look over a valley, and say St. Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of St. Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives to prevent death. But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassiae. A copy he promised to give to the abbot so Curacao could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gurno could read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gurno chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded. That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. You're right, it didn't. Then why Otto? He certainly didn't have anything to do with the Historia Tassiae. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. Never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. You seem to have a difficult time reading people, Father. It appears that way, yes. I was trying to prevent Otto from showing people what he found. What he found when he was helping to dig the foundation of the rat house. Something from our pagan ancestors? No, not quite so old. What he found was a stone head. Missing head of the statue in the meadow, and a statue at the shrine of St. Moritz. How did it wind up over there? The most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time. Black Till told me the farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Yes, and the head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. So he's killing all these people just to hide, like, not even really a harsh truth, but just like a basic-ass truth. He was going to show everyone that God had favored the town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not of St. Moritz. Because Otto could not read the word chiseled across the helmet, Mars Pater. But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could. Yes. And you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the rat house. Could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. You had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her were visions she couldn't remember. And to deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin. So that one of them would murder Otto, just as someone murdered Lorenz. What about my father? I'm sorry, Magdalene. I've lived next to you my whole life. How could you? None of this was easy for me. I always thought I was doing what needed to be done. So, we have Andreas here, who's steeped in guilt and always trying to do a good thing. And we have Thomas here, who's deluded himself into believing a lie, so he hides himself from any guilt or responsibility. Was it because of the mural? This hitting a spot in my brain, I think, is wild. I'm not even sure how to explain it, but the emotions of questioning the church family like this is hitting hard as an ex-Catholic. Yeah, but that's yeah. When you leave a religion, you have to question a lot of things, question the bigger things in life. Because a lot of the things that I would say religion covers is the whys, and if you leave, you have to find those whys yourself. After all, we all search greater purpose in our lives. And that's why, you know, what is the purpose of life is quite an often scientific question, too. Yes? Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Curaçao's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Satya, this place, everything. So he tried to kill him. No, I tried to scare him. First with the note, but he ignored it. Thought if I ransacked the workshop, it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident. It was an accident. You almost killed him. I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. Kill him. Kill him, Andreas. Stop. It's too late for me, but I can still take Tassing's secrets with me. Kill him, Andreas. Or Magdalene, just grab that head and bash him over the head with it. You're gonna kill us all. You're gonna kill Amelie. Then leave and take her with you. You can tell the town folk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together. Wow. So yeah, he's truly doing a if I can't have it, no one can. You'd really kill yourself and destroy the church just to hide the secret? Churches can be rebuilt more easily than faith. I'm willing to pay the price for that. Father, go. Wow, selfish until the end, truly. I mean, by his own admission, like, if he truly believes in Christianity, isn't he going to hell for all the people he's killed and caused to die? Are you alright? How's Sister Amelie? She's still out, but I think she's fine. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand. What an awful way to end a beautiful Christmas night. What are we going to tell them? What do you mean? About this? About everything? Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? Same reason Father Thomas hid it. So, should we reward what he did, all the people he's hurt? Is it better to punish the people of Tassing? What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Martin's and St. Satya? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that, if nothing else. Maybe it would break their faith. I think he's wrong. I think people here have enough faith to hear the truth. You know them better than I do, especially since I've been away for so long. Came back all this time to solve this, but it's hard to feel like we actually accomplished anything. Are we any better off than we were this morning? Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. Maybe he never would have. No, that's a lie. He definitely would have. I think you're right. We should tell them. About the saints, the Romans, all of it. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. Then we'll tell them. Good. We should get Sister Amelie someplace warm. We can take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. I am too, I think. We should head back. Lead the way. Yeah, I don't think this is a very Merry Christmas type of situation. But yeah, I think it's super cowardly to, like, kill yourself and take others with you. It's very much a, like, I can't take everyone, so I'll just take others with me. It's a super cowardly move. Oh. Magdalene, you made it back. Andreas and Sister Amelie and I all made it back. Sister Amelie? Was she in the church? I heard her terrible dim and the house shook. Is everything alright? I don't think so, Dad, but it will be. Are you alright, Dad? Yes, I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me. Tell me what happened. It started in the rat house. Well, the rat skiller. Andres found an old Roman message that pointed to the Mytherium. Huh. So he went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. Found an old Roman bathhouse. Couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andreas said it was a hypocaust. I got separated from Andreas. I was really afraid I lost him, though. We'd both gotten lost down there. But then I heard his voice off in the distance, and I was so relieved. Dad? Oh, no. Are you still listening? So many people dead, and for what? Honestly, you could also blame Father Thomas, because killing Otto basically sparked that whole chain reaction, right? So, like, he's also responsible for all the people that died and got hurt in the revolt, too. So, like, he truly has nothing but guilt, right? I guess he was just living in denial the whole time that he was doing the right thing. Just lie to yourself until you believe your own lie. March, April... Damn, already in April. I know it's hard. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is. But we will all do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. I think it's strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send to you. So I'll end it with my love, Esther. Oh, so we're heading to Prague? Nice. Magdalene? Insipid. Yes? Sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to let you know that everything is in order. Baltus has ensured all the financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you via the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled. I appreciate it. Please thank him for me. And don't let him forget his commission for the work. As representative of his bank, it would be remiss of me to do so. I did not know your father well, but I know that he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. Seems that Tassing has lost many things in one man. I'm very sorry. Thank you. Good fortune to you. Buon fortuna. So yeah, we're heading out, eh? Are you sure you have everything you need, Magdalene? I think so, thank you. I made you something to take with you on the road. It's a chamomile, cinnamon, and wheat flour. If you're traveling and you're having cramps, I know, I'll use it. Well, Hildegard's recipe called for chamomile and wheat flour, added the cinnamon for taste. I'm so sorry about what happened to your father. Thank you. Mother Francisca had us all say prayers for him. And for you as well when she heard you were leaving. Hey, that's so sweet. Please thank her for me. I will. Well, I'll miss you so much, Magdalene. I'll miss you too. God bless you. Safe travels. Magdalene, I can't believe you're really leaving. I'll miss you all dearly. The boys will miss you even more. Yours, at least. Oh, don't tease him. I think he's really having a hard time of it, despite appearances. He'll get over me soon enough. Maybe, but you are a special girl, Magdalene Druckerin. I understand why you're leaving. God knows you have good cause. But Tassing won't be the same without you. Safe travels and God bless you. Hey, Mags. Otts? I'm really sorry about your dad. He was always nice to me. My mom says he was a good man. He was a good dad. Well, thanks. I should get going. Mags. Magdalene. You sure you don't want to marry me? Alright, Galaxy Hymbion. Do we marry Otts? I think Magdalene is a strong, independent woman, but you know what? I'll let you influence my decisions. Tell me. Or anyone in the chat if you care. Tell me. Is Otts worth marrying? Or should we say no? Nah, let her go on and live with her best friend. He obviously likes her, but she deserves to go do her own. Okay. I'm sure no. Oh. Well, that was a fast answer. Didn't even have to think about it. Look after your mother, Otts. Good morning, Mistress Druckerin. Are you off soon? Yes, Father. I was just saying my last few farewells. Of course, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you or your father, God rest his soul. I am too. Don't let those bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head. Once their precocious seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of you. Okay. St. Maurice will protect me. Indeed, though you travel far from home, he will hear your prayers wherever you go. God bless you, Father Elias. God bless you in your travels. God bless you as well, Sister Emily. Are you leaving today? I like how they changed her font to purple after the reveal that she's the writer. I am, just heading up the hill to the mill in a bit. I'm so sorry for everything that happened. I know, it's alright now. Thank you for helping me. You know what you'll do now? Will you become an anchoress again? I don't know, honestly. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. It's going to take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. You were tricked, we all were. Even so, I must make amends. I'm writing an account of what happened here, as well as I can remember it anyway. If it is not enough to earn forgiveness, I pray that it will at least illuminate this history of great darkness. Good, it's worth remembering. God bless you, Sister Emily. God bless and keep you safe on your travels, Magdalene. Okay, can't keep going this way. Can't go this way. Got it. To the mills we go. Gotta say goodbye to everyone. Magdalene, this is it? It is. Time for me to leave. Good. Get out before this cursed town swallows you. Tassing will bring you nothing but anguish and misery. Else I hope one day you'll find a path out of your sorrow. God willing, though I am doubtful. Stay safe on the road. These are still dangerous times. We'll be fine. Look after your family. Paul, Anna, your grandkids still need you. I'll do what I can. They are what little I have left without them. Never mind. Godspeed, Magdalene. Oh, Andreas shaved his beard. Are you sure I look alright? Of course, Andreas, you look perfectly respectable. You're a little worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. It was kind of the women to help me clean up. I'm afraid I've forgotten how to look after myself. Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burnt-out cellar for the better part of 20 years? Subsiding on her discarded rye, no less. I'm sorry about that. Andreas, we already told you. It's alright now. Magdalene. Yeah, I guess she got a new dad. Wait, who's naked? Oh, yeah. No beard? You know what? I think he looks better, even. Went from Socrates to like a kind old man, maybe. Hello, Magdalene. Are you off soon? Hello, yes, I'm riding off with your flower to Mittenwald, and then down the Isar. I'm sorry to see you go, Magdalene, but I hope Prague is everything you've dreamed of. If it's half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. It was a wonder the last time I saw it. You have a chance to make life of your own there. God knows I've squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish he could have seen it, Andreas. I know. He would have loved it. I hope so. Magdalene, if angels carried him down to bear witness, the heavenly host would have wept at it. That's kind of you to say. We all need words of encouragement, and besides, it's the truth. Magdalene, I wanted to ask you something about the mural before you go. Thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Well, why did you leave a section blank? For the future. Less history is going to stop in Tassing the moment I roll down the road. I think your wagon's about to leave. Oh, it is. Hardly feels like enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, for my family. God bless you, Andreas Mailer. Ah, he gave her the I don't want to be caught hugging this person. Andreas, are you alright? I'm lost. That's alright. You're welcome to stay with us as long as you need. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise. Oh? They're up on the mill, the walkway. I'll have supper ready when you're done. Oh, that's cute. They're drawing up there. Just remember that you're always welcome in our home, Andreas. Thank you. Oh. Andreas? Really? Kinda cute. Yeah, now we old. We ancient. We rotten. You got a new hat, though. We should steal our old hat back. Yank that hat off that kid. It's ours to begin with anyway. We're like Team Fortress 2 players. That's my hat. That's a cute little mural. Oh, and this is the book she was writing, I'm guessing? Yeah, with all the purple scrapped. Okay, so this is the story that she was writing. Interesting. Oh, and that's the mural. That's super cool. So yeah, we got a bit of the paganism, a little bit. Very interesting. I don't know, I think it would be more satisfying if Casper survived and was the one hiding out trying to get revenge for Andreas, rather than Andreas surviving, but maybe that's just me personally. What do you all think? I think we're more or less over, or the game's more or less over. There's Saint Sacha, I think, founding the church or whatever. There's Otto, yeah, talking to people with the soldiers coming in. I do think Casper would have been more interesting. Yeah, that's what I think, but I guess I'm more or less still a million times better writing than Battlefield, at least. Like, I did not expect much of Battlefield, but holy crap. Still, to think about everyone that's died. Maybe Andreas is just cursed. Maybe they should kick Andreas out of town. The murders only happen when he's there, other than the old monastery master. Because if you think about it, Otto also got murdered while Andreas was hiding out. Ah, and then there's the Roman mural of truth or whatever. Marilyn Druckern. Oh, Mailer versus plus Druckern. So she goes from Tassing to Prague. Oh, this is the family tree? There's Magdalene, so I guess she gets with a Bertold. Mullerin, Pfeiffer, Peter Gertner, Kutzerin, Gertnerin. Oh, so she also painted a, Wait, no, are these credits? No, wait. Yeah, no, these aren't credits, because there were no voice actors. Kraftbauer, Jutta Bauer. Okay, so they get married. Guess it's just showing what happens to everyone after we left. Simon Bauer. Andre Schmidt never got remarried. Andreas Mueller, 1558. Oh, so he became an artist too, and he did that. That's super cool. So that's the section she left blank, I'm guessing. Given that it's all worn down, though, I'm guessing that this is like in the present or later. Alright, well, that was Pentiment. I don't know, what did you all think? I thought it was certainly interesting. Music was good. The writing was good. Wish there was a little bit of voice acting so it wouldn't kill my throat as much, but it is what it is, I suppose. So we're 3 hours in and we finished the game. Let's see. The bits you didn't sleep through? Fair. Should we stream a little more before we leave, or should we call it an early day and then raid out? Yeah, some voicing would have been nice. I agree. With all the music, though, I'm surprised that the credits is silent. Alright, depends on you and how you're feeling. I could do a little more if you're cool. I'll probably play just like a casual game, though, or something. Something that doesn't get me demonetized so I can put the VOD up of us finishing Pentiment. Because if I played Rocksmith or something, we're definitely getting demonetized, or, we're getting muted. Sounds good? Alright. Stand by. I think I have a game. I can hang out in the waiting room while I swap games then. You know what game we're gonna play? This is just a casual game that I enjoy. I'm gonna have to disable the music, though, because the music's copyrighted, unfortunately. Though it's sad, because the music's kind of good, but whatever. It is what it is. Would you all like to take a guess at what I'm gonna play? I'll give you a hint. It's a racing game, arcade racer, even. They'll only play it for like 30 minutes, just, you know, to play something. If the game isn't frozen. Please don't tell me the game's broken. Alright, I'll restart it. It is Need for Speed. Can you guess which one, though? Need for Speed 2? It's Hot Pursuit 2012. Remastered. 2013? 2012? I don't know. Just kind of was feeling like playing a racing game. If it wants to work. We'll see. Alright, hurry up and skip through the copyrighted music part. Also, kind of funny that it's a 30 Seconds of Mars song. Alright, let's just double check that the audio's quiet. Should I play on the faster cars or the slower cars, though? Need for Speed Underground was my shit at like 6 years old because my brother was cool enough to play. Awesome. Nice. Yeah, music volume's down. Alright. Y'all ready to go fast? Alright, we're going real fast. Why not? Alright, we gonna go fast. Oh yeah, I should also probably change my category real quick. Oh, I also forgot. Yeah, we're in the waiting room. Whoops. Let's swap that to the game capture. If you all had never told me, I probably would have never done it, if I'm going to be honest. You would have just been watching a black screen. Need for Speed. Hot Pursuit. Finished. Pentiment. Showing now. Alright, there we go. Alright, enjoy your no longer black screen.
All units, we have a high priority situation on Boulder Road. The roadblock is deployed directly ahead of you. EMP activated, acquiring target lock.
There we go. We got one. Also quite the traffic pileup, if I dare say. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't dodge that.
All units, local EMPs are now authorized for use. Repeat, EMPs are a go. Spike strip has failed to slow the target. Suspect has evaded the spike strip.
There we go. That was close. You ever seen this game before, Galaxy?
Detecting any spike strip.
A lot of racers to take down.
Monitoring a system overload. Are you okay?
We're just trading hits. Hey, I'll take a free win.
All units, local EMPs are authorized for use.
Do they crash out? Well, this is awkward. Oh, and they respawn in front? Well, I guess that works. Whatever, that works.
Suspect has missed the spike strip. Better luck next time. Over.
Making Galaxy vacuum so I can't hear stream. Fair enough. I mean, it's just loud car noises anyway. Come on. Where are you? There we go. Easy.
Target has been apprehended. All units stand down.
Alright, I guess we can also just do a quick long race. I like the orange. The orange looks nice. Yeah, just a little bit of racing in the night. I think it's a little fun. A little different. After all, what is a car but a modern day horse, right? They do call it horsepower for a reason. Whoops. Out the way. Gotta go fast. He crashed out. Ow. Just a casual crash at like 230 miles an hour. Oh, ow. Ow, ow. Ow. Yeah, we'll walk it off. Get over it, you big baby. It's only a crash at like 150 miles an hour that would turn your car into dust. Nice, good drift. Uh-oh, ow. Ow. They're dead. In my defense, that was a blind turn. What kind of ticket will you get for doing 200 in a 35? Ow. Worth it. You weren't gonna dodge that. Cleanly, at least. That's a shame I can't play the music of this game, though. It really is a good soundtrack. Although maybe it's just my nostalgia talking. I think my childhood Need for Speed game, aside from this one, was actually Most Wanted, I want to say. I remember the cop chases being really fun in that one. I'll just pull up KCD2 music instead. Yeah. After all, like I said, what is a car except a modern horse? Oh, ow. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why we measure it in horses. Although the funny thing is, I don't think a horse has 1 horsepower. I think a horse has more than 1 horsepower. If I remember correctly, a horse has like 4 horsepower or something. Yeah, it's really funny, like the measurement they use for horsepower, and pretty much every horse has like more than it. How would you measure? Oh. Yeah, texting and driving's bad, kids. Don't do it. Let me look. Try and read and drive. How would you measure a good horse and bad horse? Wait, what would be the horse for a singular horsepower? I think that the measurement that was made actually... I don't think it used horses. They just called it that or something. For, like, work or something? I forget. I think it's just a calculation done. But I could very easily be proven wrong just because, I mean, horses, just like people and cats, you know, they're not all the same. They've got variances. I mean, I suppose it's possible that a horse was used for the initial horsepower, but I'm pretty sure our modern measurement of horsepower is not the same measurement of horsepower used back in the old days, if they even still used it back then. Alright, another long drift. Ow. Okay. I don't know how we dodged that, but we dodged it. Oh, that was still somehow our personal best? That's a shocker. Mad skills? I don't know about mad skills, but it was a decent drive. Let's go fast, why don't we? To an interceptor. So the not as fast unit, but the quite still fast unit. Merca. Probably just finish this race real quick and then we'll call it a day though. It's been a pretty fun stream. Finished Pentiment. Although, I actually finished KCD2's DLC off stream. So, we're probably gonna change the KCD2 DLC stream into something else.
Contact.
Roger that. Aerial pursuit unit engaging.
Nice. Get him.
Spike strip deployed. We are showing spike strip deployed at your location.
And this guy's going fast. Yeah, I was just curious, so I like booted back in because I was bored, and then I just ended up finishing the DLC. To be fair, even if I did do a stream, it would have just taken like maybe all of... No. Oh, that's a wrecked parking lot. All of about 20 minutes to finish it. We only had like one step left in each quest. There we go. So yeah. What do you think? COD? Something else? Well, that was fast. Anyway, yeah. Let's swap to, the throne room. Take our little horse off. Car stream. What's HJ mean? I only know one HJ and it's not appropriate. Half joking, I see. But yeah, what do you think? We could maybe do a shooter. Killing Floor might be kind of fun. A little gory, though, I suppose. See who's streaming. Let's go say hi to Stoic since he popped in earlier. Alright, appreciate y'all being here. You can message on the Discord whatever you suggest for, I think, tomorrow's stream. Did we say tomorrow was going to be the KCD2 stream? Yes, we did. So yeah, toss it into the Discord whatever you suggest we do tomorrow. Probably like a 2 to 3 hour stream. Smell you later indeed. Raid Pro Stoic. Appreciate y'all being here. It was a super fun stream today. Great work. Catch y'all later.